That letter from the bishops under the Interreligious Council is on produced in full on page 10 of the Monitor. I think I agree with the bishops. Tax, because all of us pay this tax. They tax you all your allowances.
All of them?
They pay
all of them.
Their return
None of you pay tax on their allowance.
As you earn.
Do you pay tax on your
allowance? My contract.
I pay tax on my transport allowance, for example.
So do I.
So if there was to be an exemption for MPs, the same should apply to me.
That's why I encourage people that from today, when you're negotiating your contract, go to your boss and tell them, boss, I want 2 million shillings in my account, right? I don't care what you do all your math, but for me, what I want to hold in my hand is this much.
And that's what much of the time,
that's what people
what goes to my account. But now you see the way they tinker now with the agreement and the contract. It is in such a way, of course, there will be basic salary and then transport allowance. Mine is actually called the car allowance.
Actually, I think.
But now you see, if this tax was not, meted out on me, then I would have a little bit more.
Absolutely.
But you still get what you wanted.
Actually,
what you want in your
I would
account.
be happy to get more. Are you kidding me?
Then you tell the boss, go there and tell them, give me more.
Yeah,
and
but
then they do their math and give you more.
But here we're talking about fairness.
No,
what fairness? We shouldn't. The men don't want to be taxed on their allowances.
And do you know the surprising thing? Do you know where their salary comes from? From taxes. So how is it going to happen? You can't have your egg and your cake and eat it, Brad.
That letter is in the Daily Monitor, page 10 here. Massive arrest as police foil FDC demo, says here the Observer. I guess this was the last coverage of every newspaper here. Does the New Vision talk about that?
Yeah, they have it on the front.
Okay, weird. Oh, media coverage of defiance drive ban.
It is a tiny little thing in a, right?
Well, it's on front page. What are you talking about?
Where?
Yeah, it is.
Show me a picture of a riot, of an FDC rioter in the New Vision.
When they hire you as their editor, you put the picture there. How Kadaga and Olanya kept speaker seats, that's here in the New Vision, and we are told Kadaga pledged to work with Olanya so as to deliver services to Ugandans. It's going to be an interesting one to watch. After these people have taken all manner of jabs at each other, and they're going to work together. Sounds like one of those power sharing deals.
Obviously, as we have said on this show before, I think Kadaga has defeated very many people in that speaker's race.
I thought he has only defeated Olanya.
Olanya was alone. there was some invisible hand behind him, pushing him. And I think they then realized that Kadaga is too popular and there's nothing they are going to do about it.
Should we be surprised if
absolutely.
In 2021 Olanya also says, give me what is mine? I need to be the speaker now. I was patient for 10 years. Because that seems to be the way things are going, because you've been in such a place for such, you need do the right thing. You did it for Kadaga, now it's my turn.
Just like Kadaga says, you did it for second, you do it for me. But it's interesting when you say that Kadaga defeated not just Olanya. The last time I heard somebody say, I defeated not just this, my opponent. They were out of office for like 3 years, the Lord may. But let's wait and see.
The beauty of this is that Kadaga is not the one saying it, so.
I hope she doesn't say it after hearing this.
I think she knows better what to say.
All right, First Lady calls for peaceful coexistence. She was in one of those places. There you are. Then Ebola expert succumbs to cancer. Very unfortunate news there for Dr. Atai and, of course, to the medical fraternity. Not just here, but Africa-wise and world over.
Well, there's some good news here in the Observer. The president opened the new NTV hospital, and the hospital is among the 9 public hospitals to be renovated under phase 1 of the Uganda Health Systems Strengthening Project. Some good news there. Also, Mulago is, having a facelift. So I think
like the medical doctors. You know that hospital in Naguru? On the outside, it looks good. But there are challenges. There's not enough staff, there's not enough equipment, and so on. That's the malaise that we are grappling with. So let's make the places look beautiful. I think that's important. Create more space so that mothers don't have to give birth on the floor like has been the case in Mulago for a very long time. But let's avail these doctors too. They are available. We just need to pay them well. They are running to Kenya, to Rwanda. Can you imagine?
Yeah.
South Africa, to the UK. But by the way, let me actually give kudos now. That shows that our doctors are very good. We train them very well here, because if they are on high demand all over the place,
then we are doing a good job.
But
Gentlemen,
not doing a good job in
we have to
keeping them.
quickly go through this because we want to dedicate a lot of time on the big story. But Joel, our quote of the day here in the Daily Monitor is made by our guest on the big story. That is the Minister of Information.
Let Alex read it for us.
Alex, where is it?
Okay, as you look for that, the New Vision is telling us here 12 presidents expected at swearing-in ceremony. And that's happening on the 12th. So 12, then 12 presidents. Interesting stuff. Did you see these or hear them moving around yesterday?
So,
Those, I don't know, fighter
the
jets or
minister
whatever.
says, all live broadcast of defiance activities should stop. Any media house that continues to cover them risks having their license revoked.
If I'm defying my boss, can't you cover me live?
No, actually, if you defy your boss like now when you're live, who do we ban? You maybe.
No, you ban NTV's license because I'm defying something.
So, but even then, I thought the process of managing the actions resulting from this court order is that if you then think that somebody has defied, is contravening the court order, then you go back to the court for interpretation, whether the person is in contempt of court. You don't take unilateral action. I find the reasoning of the Honorable Minister very strange, and it's absolutely disappointing that he's even a lawyer. I thought if somebody then, you thought somebody is in contempt of the orders of court,
You take them to court.
You don't interpret. I mean,
But the court interpreted for them that law.
You go back to court.
That's
and
not
say
how
this
court interpreted
person,
for them.
Absolutely. You go back to court and say this person acted this way and it is in contempt of this court. Then court can.
And the court decides. The Honorable Minister is going to be here for the big story and we'll be answering those questions and more. Please go to our Facebook page, hashtag the big story. Joel will be talking to the minister about that and more. Of course, it's Friday. Scoop Magazine has lots of entertainment. How to be
There's
Jacob
that new
Olanya,
magazine
the
you people
strategist,
introduced. What's it
and
called?
also jobs here.
In the weekend.
The
What's it
weekend.
called?
Weekend Digest comes
Oh yeah,
Weekend Digest.
there you
tomorrow.
are. Okay,
Yeah.
what's in it?
But it's about social happenings and everything that shopping, everything weekend. And then, of course, don't forget that Scoop is the best entertainment magazine on the market. And then, of course, we didn't review what to me is obviously a very interesting story of Afrigo, the oldest band in Uganda.
Oh yes, it has
splitting.
split.
Yeah,
The rival band formed.
As you know,
Johanita Kawalia.
I love Afrigo.
You do?
Yeah.
You're not very young,
It's,
right?
it's very good that Johanita Kawalia will still be part of the old Afrigo. Yeah.
What's your favorite Afrigo band song?
Jim.
Jim.
I mean, Jim.
Okay. Yes.
I'm not sure many media houses are singing the same
that
for the Honorable
this
Minister.
morning.
They should start singing it for him.
Yeah, I guess
Throughout
when
the weekend.
when he reverses the law, we shall be seeing.
Oh,
Jimmy
yeah.
Joe, you know,
Okay, so there you are.
But the Honorable is here and we'll be coming up on the big story. But let's first cross over to Mabel to give us an update on the international scene.
You're watching Morning at NTV.
I use the 500 shillings daily bundle. I use the monthly bundle with 1 GB data.
Wait! Africell has all internet bundles.
Really?
Yes, all internet bundles from 10 MB to 100 GB from 1 hour to 1 year on the widest coverage at the cheapest price ever.
Wow! Dial *133# now and select the bundle you need with the fastest speed and the best quality.
So Africell is really the king of the bundles.
Purple Party.
Barara, are you ready? The Purple Party is coming to your town at the Heat Bar in Barara. One night, 2 DJs, an exclusive purple carpet, and lots of giveaways. It's the Purple Party featuring the Spin Doctor DJ Shiro, Winnie Nwagi, Ziza Bapana. Entrance is just 10,000 shillings and the event is hosted by NTV's Douglas Rwanga. The Purple Party Tour is coming to your town and it's powered by Spark TV, NTV.
You know what they say about girls? Who cries more? Girls. Who does the chores? Girls. Who's the shopaholic? Girls. Who's all about selfies? Girls! Who brings the drama? Girls. But we want to show you our real world, where we're more than just girls. Introducing Spark TV, the first female channel in Uganda, made for you to bring out the best in you. Spark TV, it's your time.
From the beginning, Uganda turned to NTV for credibility coverage of the election journey. On nomination day,
we have fulfilled the requirement under the Presidential Elections Act.
We took you there.
The only candidate
as President-elect Yoweri Kaguta Museveni is inaugurated for a 5th term as the 11th President of the Republic of Uganda on Thursday, 12th May 2016. You too can be part of these celebrations. Send His Excellency a message through our social media platforms or by texting 6565, and as usual, we will deliver.
You can now become an exclusive MTV reporter on the go. With the NTV Go mobile app, you can create news by capturing and sharing content instantly. Simply download the NTV Go app on Google Play Store. Go to the N Reporter feature and start reporting as the news happens. We will air your story on a special TV program. NTV Go also allows you to watch news, instant live updates, and follow your favorite show from the comfort of your home, taxi, or your favorite kafunda. Download NTV Go app now from Play Store.
This week on Tinish. When I sing, I move the crowd, they all move and go home.
It's so nice, it's like helping the community, help out people not to get sick. That's what I like about it.
You just started a war.
Catch the brand new episodes of Tinish every Saturday at 11 a.m. only on NTV.
You're watching Morning at NTV with Simon Kasiate, Mabel Kebirunji, and Brian Molondo.
On the big story this morning, we do a follow-up of what happened yesterday, a ban on the media coverage of the defense campaign of Dr. Kizza Besigye and the FDC for that matter, trying to understand what this ban exactly is about vis-a-vis the court order and a lot more. That's coming up on the big story.
interest. Okay? And we go to court and say, please help us. Is what Joel is saying constitutional? Okay? And the court says, okay, we hear you, we are going to decide. But in the meantime, let there be no appeal of people not going to work. This is what is happening. And anybody really responsible should accept this, that this is the orderly way of doing things. We've gone to work, to court, to ask court whether defiance campaign is constitutional or not.
On that, somebody has their gadget and they can actually record and stream live on social media all this defiance campaign and they like. How do you go about that?
Yesterday we were told Brazil switched off social media.
You're intending to do that here too?
When terrorists attacked France switched off social media. It was done in the UK, it was done in America, it was done in Germany. If it's in the public interest, it should be switched off. Why not? Why not?
So what's the plan
public
now?
Interest. No, we have not said so far. Because we know many of the citizens are responsible people. They cannot. Now that the public, you see, yesterday's conference was also to make everybody be aware that there is a court order saying that hold anything to do with the defiance campaign. That was the main purpose, but you've misinterpreted it to be clamping down on media. It is a ban. There is no ban. We were just informing everybody that there is a court order, that there should be no activities concerning defiance campaign until the Constitutional Court has decided on this matter.
So does this ban also stretch, let's say, to individuals?
Yes.
One individual, Kizza Besigye, who will go onto his Facebook timeline and post.
Yes.
One individual who is probably not so much known at all or not known at all, who is an ardent fan and an ardent follower of Kizza Besigye, or the FDC, who will post on their social media accounts and so on. So what's going to happen to those?
Yes.
Because they'll post and, you know, with the defense campaign, and then people will like and people will comment and they will retweet and so on.
Please,
what are you going to do to those people? Arrest them, or what's going to happen?
It affects everybody, as you have explained, and please don't force us to come down to that level to you, because we have the capacity to do so. Let us be responsible citizens. Stability, peace is a responsibility of all of us. Every citizen. That's why we limit our actions. We limit what we say. Even when we are here on airwaves, we are careful to choose the words which we should say and which we should not say. That's it. And when we do that, it is not limiting your freedom. Otherwise, if there were no laws, the world would be chaotic. If everybody was moving and saying and doing what they want. No, it is when you get a right, there is also a duty. They go together. There is a right, there is a duty. And now let us respect our courts of law. The Constitutional Court has said stop these activities, defiance activities, until we have decided. On the other hand, if you are not satisfied, go back to court and argue your case. And if the court decides in your favor, we shall comply.
Something that has kept coming up, you see, this whole defiance campaign, and then eventually the court order they're talking about, and then the banning of the media from covering all this, it all emanates from the election, the 2016 general election. Kizza Besigye says he was rigged out of the election. He says he won. Well, he's yet to justify that and prove that, but he feels he won. And they are calling for an audit of the elections. Of course, you have said previously that the EC announced Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, your candidate winner, and then somebody went to court, to the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court legitimized that win. And some people have reasoned and said, look, the challenge that we have on our hands is not going to be solved by the EC, like was the case, or by the courts of law, that maybe we need to open up. If you say that you won the election legitimately, why are you afraid of an audit, for example?
The underlying word in what you have said is they are calling for an audit. How are they calling for that? How?
All right, but are you actually saying you're open to an audit? You're just bothered by the way they are calling for it?
If they call for it through courts of law and the courts say yes, you can, why not?
Give them a bloody nose. Because you won the election and you want to prove it to them so that everybody that's making noise wherever they're making it from on social media, they get to, so to speak, shut up. We won the election, and so we're even open for an audit of sorts so that you really get to see. We are not worried at all about anything. We feel we are clean on your part, and so it's okay. But until you actually get the last nail.
But which audit? The audit was done by the authorized body, which is the Electoral Commission. It audited, it counted, it balanced, it declared that candidate YK Museveni got almost 6 million, and Dr. Besigye got 3 million, or something like that, 2 million something. That's the authorized body to audit, to count. Those who were not satisfied went to court. And the Supreme Court decided unanimously, all the 9 judges unanimously said there was an election, it was well done, and the candidate Yoweri Museveni won the election. So what else should we do? If you sit in your house and you say, I'm not satisfied, I don't want to go to court, instead of people going to work, they should go and pray, and what? I don't want. Is that acceptable? Shall we have a country to govern and to develop? We can't.
Those very systems that you are saying, and again, I don't speak for him, I have heard him say, he does not believe in the Electoral Commission because of the way it's appointed. It's appointed by a candidate, your candidate in this case, who eventually became president. And then the Supreme Court, he also says he's dissatisfied with that. A good number of those have politically been aligned to the NRM and so on. And so he feels, no, they're not neutral enough. No. They are biased according to him. And that is why he feels, those, you know what, can we take it away from these people, even if actually the law mandates them to do that job? And I thought on your part, if you feel you won, you're saying, that's okay. We want to prove to you that we actually beat you hands down.
That body, the Electoral Commission, is appointed according to the provisions of the Constitution, which Kano Chiza Besigye made. They are not handpicked by President Museveni. President Museveni follows the Constitution. He identifies people, presents them to Parliament, they are approved, and they take up their job. So it cannot be a
government is open to?
Certainly. Don't you know? NRM is known for talking to even killers like Kony. Don't you remember? When the Right Honorable Prime Minister went to Sudan for months trying to talk to Kony, discussion is healthy. Yeah. Government would be ready to discuss with anybody. anytime.
Does it in any way bother you, as a member of the NRM, that increasingly there is quite a bit of discontent? In 1986, when Yoweri Kaguta Museveni came through as president, there was this exuberance around the city and around the country. In 1996, when he first conducted elections, he won overwhelmingly and everybody was excited. Right now, the narrative seems to be changing. There's a lot of discontent. You see it, you feel it, you hear it, you read it. Does that not in any way send a signal to you that maybe there are some things that we need to tweak? That maybe we have danced on this stage for quite a bit of time. We have danced fairly well. Maybe we should leave this stage.
Do you know the thermometer of this? Periodic elections.
And exactly, even with the periodic
So we
elections,
have been there in 2016, and the announcement, the pronouncement is that over 60% people think we are still doing the right things. Come 2021, we shall again go there. If what you suspect was to be true, it will be reflected then. We will get less than 50, and then we will bow out.
Yeah, but the point really I was trying to draw your attention to is, does it in any way tweak you to think a certain way? Because you see, you've talked about 60%. In 1996, it was 75%. It's going down. And if you have been making things a lot better, maybe it should be shooting up.
No, we know the reasons. We know them.
What are some of those?
Some of them, the youth, unemployment, for example. We need industries. We need jobs for the youth. Because we have educated so many, we are churning out so many people from our many universities that have flourished because of our good policies. People are coming out, but they don't have jobs. That's one. Two is household income of the people. Wealth creation. We need to concentrate on that so that people have wealth and so on and so forth. Once we address those things and a few others, the numbers will come back to 90 to 100%.
You have promised as a government that by 2021, Uganda is going to be metamorphosed into a middle income.
2019
is going to happen.
Yes.
How exactly is this going to happen? You've talked about unemployment. 83% of our young people are unemployed. Uganda's GDP per capita is the lowest in this region. At $670. In Tanzania, it is $700. In Kenya, it's 1,290. We are trading.
According to the Western formula, we don't think so.
Do you think it is what?
Oh, it's much better. In Uganda here, people are okay. There is no one who goes hungry. Yes, they are okay compared even to our neighbors, whom I don't want to mention. They're okay, but the formula they use is wrong. So, but we are doing the right things. We are going to transform this country from a peasant society to a middle income society.
Doesn't that bother you when you say that we are going to transform this country 30 years later? And you're saying we are going to transform?
Do you know when you are in a ditch and you are feeling the hole with soil and you are coming up, before you reach the surface, no one will see that you are actually coming up. We came from a deep hole, and there is no question about it. You know the statistics, how we found this economy. We are collecting 5 billion shillings. We are now collecting trillions. This is development, no question about it. So if we, with these wonderful programs, with the infrastructure, with the electricity that is reaching all corners of the country, definitely Uganda is going to take off. We are going to come to a middle income country. No question about it. We are at takeoff.
We are at takeoff. 30 years later, we are just at takeoff.
Yes. Do you know?
Singapore, let's use the example of Singapore. Within a period, Singapore, by the way, there was a time when we were at the same level. In fact, there was a time we were better than them. I'm sure you know that.
I know, 65.
And
somebody got to take charge of power and they began to crack down heavily on certain things. They cracked down heavily on corruption. They began to make systems work. Things that we're having challenges with here. And before 30 years could elapse, Singapore became a first world country from a third world country. Here in Uganda, it's a different situation altogether. 30 years later, we are still grappling. There's lots of corruption. Systems are failing to work. Just after you won, the Honorable Prime Minister called a press conference at his office, and as he wound up, he said that join us as we work together to transform Uganda from a backward economy to a prosperous economy. And I thought, wait a minute. 30 years later, we are still talking about backward economy.
No, we are talking about taking off now. It is true, we haven't, crossed over to middle income, so you can say we are still on the other side. Although, even the other side has got levels, but for us, we are on top. We are at the crossing point. But I want to tell you that Singapore, there are some advantages of smallness, by the way. It is a small country. We are a much, much bigger country.
Burundi is also a small country, but as you can see, they are having many challenges.
Precisely.
So again, small is not necessarily the advantage.
Yeah, but I mean, when you are taking the right policies, like Singapore did, like we did, you can achieve it faster than a bigger country. But also, we have been liberal, we have been too democratic. Those people in Singapore, they had full control for quite some time, a number of years, full control. But for us here, we came, there were pressures of democratization, we have democratized. Now we want even to reach a point of saying, of anarchism. They are saying let everybody do what he or she wants, Those things delay. You see, I can tell you the year of electioneering, okay? And the year after elections, those years are not productive, in my opinion.
So we should scrap elections and then say these are my rules
these are
very long time?
No, it is for us to sit down and examine, by the way, at some point. 2 years are wasted in elections. 2 years is, when you count, 2 years, we have had how many elections? Maybe 6. Those are 12 years non-productive that we are in elections. You can see, imagine if we are now talking about development, how to create wealth. We are now busy talking whether VC should defy or should not defy. Now, is that a development? Does that bring food on our table? So you can imagine if our efforts, your brilliant ideas, we are concentrating on how to create more jobs, how would be moving forward. So we have really in the spirit of satisfying everybody, we are wasting a lot of time. Singapore does not have this kind of debates. I can tell you.
Maybe that is why we are trying to make sure we remove the debates. You're the Minister for Information and National Guidance. What's your final message to the nation?
My message is that we have finished an election. We are now going into another term of 5 years. Let us put the elections behind. Let us concentrate on work. 2, if there is anybody who is dissatisfied, let him or her use the right channels of the law and have matters settled through courts of law. Let us not have acrimony, fighting over things that can be sorted out in a civilized manner and in accordance with the law. Let us move on and concentrate on transforming our country from a peasant society into a developed middle-income country.
Honorable Jim Owezi, thank you for talking to us this morning.
Thank you very much.
Coming up is My Opinion. want to reiterate what I said yesterday, and it's that what the Honorable has said, that politicking is done and we need to move forward. And here is how I look at things. I think that as a country, many a time we are so devoted to our political parties. You're so devoted to the NRM, you're so devoted to the FDC, to DP, and whatever the case might be. And that's an okay thing. But I look forward to a situation where we are more devoted to Uganda than we are to NRM, to FDC, to DP, to JEMA, name it. And that's okay. But you see, I think that what should be primary, what should be at the center stage, at the forefront, if you like, is Uganda. That whatever you do, as a member of the NRM, as a member of the FDC, as a member of DP, or whichever political party you do belong to, should ultimately be for the good of Uganda. Sometimes I'm afraid I don't see that. Maybe things need to change so that Uganda gets better. I'm sure it will, but after we begin to change certain things. And that's it for today's edition of The Big Story. Thank you for joining us. My name is Joel Senyonyi. Coming up in a bit is Everyday Life.
You're watching Morning at NTV.
I use the 500 shillings daily bundle. I use the monthly bundle with 1 GB data.
Wait! AfriCell has all internet bundles.
Really?
Yes, all internet bundles from 10 MB to 100 GB from 1 hour to 1 year on the widest coverage at the cheapest price ever.
Wow! Dial *133# now and select the bundle you need with the fastest speed and the best quality.
So AfriCell is really the king of the bundles.
Purple Party.
Barara, are you ready? The Purple Party is coming to your town at the Heat Bar in Barara. One night, 2 DJs, an exclusive purple carpet, and lots of giveaways. It's the Purple Party featuring the Spin Doctor DJ Shiro, Winnie Nwagi, Ziza Bapana. Entrance is just 10,000 shillings and the event is hosted by NTV's Douglas Wanga. The Purple Party Tour is coming to your town and it's powered by Spark TV, NTV.
You know what they say about girls? Who cries more? Girls. Who does the chores? Girls. Who's the shopaholic? Girls. Who's all about selfies?
Girls!
Who brings the drama? Girls. But we want to show you our real world, where we're more than just girls. Introducing Spark TV, the first female channel in Uganda, made for you to bring out the best in you. Spark TV, it's your time.
From the beginning, Uganda turned to NTV for credibility coverage of the election journey. On nomination day,
We have fulfilled the requirement under the Presidential Elections Act.
we took you there.
The only candidate for this position was Yoweri Kaguta Museveni.
His plan was clear.
Congo had been harboring the enemies of Uganda for a long time under Mobutu. ADF came in. We defeated ADF.
During the first ever presidential debate,
Democracy means the people support you. If they don't support you, you don't win.
we were with you on the campaign trail.
For most of the people that we spoke to here in Kwania County seem to say that the NRM party has done a lot for them.
As the country prepares to turn another page, join NTV for a comprehensive coverage as President-elect Yoweri Kaguta Museveni is inaugurated for a 5th term as the 11th President of the Republic of Uganda on Thursday, 12th May 2016. You too can be part of these celebrations. Send His Excellency a message through our social media platforms or by texting 6565, and as usual, we will deliver.
You can now become an exclusive MTV reporter on the go. With the NTV Go mobile app, you can create news by capturing and sharing content instantly. Simply download the NTV Go app on Google Play Store. Go to the N Reporter feature and start reporting as the news happens. We will air your story on a special TV program. NTV Go also allows you to watch news, instant live updates, and follow your favorite show from the comfort of your home, taxi, or your favorite kafunda. Download NTV Go app now from Play Store.
You know what they say about girls. Who cries more? Girls. Who does the chores? Girls. Who's the shopaholic? Girls. Who's all about selfies? Girls. Who brings the drama? Girls. But we want to show you our real world, where we're more than just girls. Introducing Spark TV, the first female channel in Uganda, made for you to bring out the best in you. Spark TV, it's your time.
I'm loving your love, baby. I got a weakness for sweetness. No, I don't want no scrub. A scrub is a guy that can't get not free. You're a ghost. This can't be. Ooh la la la. It's the way that we rock when we doing our thing. Ooh la la la. It's the natural law that the refugees bring. Ooh la 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 la.
Tuwaye.
Kati nze diro bagisoma ninjimanya okusabya amaguzi genda wa Somali nesu gende okusuubula kastora bangalize sura ntanse kunywa amazi gakaveera ag'ekikuma Uganda wa kuba basajja balina sente zaabwe
ne balinga babasasula
Uganda okuba nti tuli bulungi n'okubeera nti buli omu agyeyagaliramu bannange n'okubeera nti buli omu alina kyalina ki musawo bankutte ntegedde nti kati ndi muki mutano tosa kwagala gwanga dio franka ngenjali kuruma oba olusabira na bubi
Tuwaye.
You can bring everybody in parliament as long as they can wake up and vote for their NRM.
As long as the voters exercise their rights to elect their leaders, there was no need for term limits in Uganda.
I know him. I know how he operates. I know how he thinks.
There are ways you can go around these obstacles.
Why should I conduct myself as if I am Muyai?
It's absolutely true. I admired the President Museveni.
Is the ICC a fascistic code targeting African leaders?
You cannot tell me that the whole trouble Kenya had revolved about only 2 individuals.
The money is not in the budget of this financial year.
You can't beat God. You see, God is polygamous also. Look at Jeremiah chapter 31.
The security of this country will largely depend on the contribution that the people make.
A question whether I wanted to live or to die.
Every day of my life was struggling. It's just that God has given me this kind of hope.
GXP every Sunday only on NTV, your official inspiration station. You're watching Morning at NTV with Simon Kasiate, Mabel Kebirunji and Brian Molondo.
Morning. Thank you for choosing Morning at NTV this Friday. After that wonderful interview, Joel, on the big story with the Minister of Information and National Guidance, Jim Muhwezi, who says we probably may have a public holiday next week as, you know, as the swearing in of the president will be happening. Well, it is a Friday and you know how we like to do it here on Morning at NTV. Usher you in to the weekend by having an artist. Today we have Brian Corpus Malenje also known as the body of Brian. He is someone who has done lots of covers and actually happens to have gotten the endorsement of an original artist of a cover song that he actually did. Coming up on Everyday Life. Brian Corpus Malenje. I hope I got that right. Corpus. It's a Catholic something.
Yeah, it's Latin.
It's Latin.
Word, yeah.
And that's how you got the name Body of Brian.
Yeah, corpus means it translates to the body.
Oh, okay.
So Corpus Brian is the body of Brian.
Died last night in my dreams, walking the streets of some old ghost town. I tried to believe in God and James Dean, but Hollywood sold out. Saw all of the saints lock up the gates I could not enter. Walked into the flames, called out your name, but there was no answer. And now I know my heart is a ghost town.
I last night in my dreams, walking the streets of some old ghost town. I tried to believe in God and James Dean, but Hollywood sold out. So all of the saints lock up the gates I could not enter. Walked into the flames and called out your name, and there was no answer. And now I know my heart is a ghost town.
Adam Lambert's Ghost Town, which was covered by our very own Brian, the body of Brian, and he actually got an endorsement, as you saw on your screens. And now, Brian, I want to ask you, why covers? You seem to have done very well with covers. I mean, as a result of that endorsement, obviously the YouTube views went up through the roof. Yeah, why covers?
Covers. Well, I enjoy music, so if I can put a spin on a song I like, I always like to, interpret it my own way. If you listen to the original version of Ghost Town, it's quite different from what I did. What I did was a very laid-back, acoustic, folky sound.
Okay, and what would you say is your genre of music?
Genre, singer-songwriter.
Singer-songwriter.
It's a particular genre where...
But in the type, how would you classify your type of music, the kind of music that you do?
Rock, folk, kinda. Yeah, but if I was to generalize it, it would be singer-songwriter, because usually what a singer-songwriter is lyrics and basic instrumentation.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so with the singer-songwriter genre, you can actually turn it into anything. You can, if you're producing the song, you can make it a techno song or...
Why didn't you give us an example? Why didn't you sample? Give us a sample right now.
Okay.
So that it's not just words, we actually hear what you can do.
Cool. So this is my song. It's entitled Pink Flower. I'm working on an EP right now. So of original music, I want to get my name out there as the body of Brian instead of like a cover artist. Yeah. So this is a Pink Flower.
spend my days daydreaming, thinking maybe the candle will die, and my heart will empty away, lost, open flower. Will you smile for me? I've lost my innocence, pride and hate, open flower. Will you smile for me? Oh, I've lost my innocence to smoky wounds and empty lies. And empty lies. You sailed away upon a flower, hoping maybe it would take you home, and your heart, oh empty heart, would be found. Open flower. Will you smile for me? Oh, I've lost my innocence, pride and hate, open flower. Will you smile for me? Oh, I've lost my innocence to smoky rooms and empty lies. And empty lies.
Wow, Omgalo, my studio audience here. Wonderful, that's a great song,
Thank you
Pink
very much.
Flower, very creative. When did you start singing?
I started singing, I started playing the guitar in 2011.
Really? That's not too long ago.
Not too long ago, yeah.
Okay.
2011, I was singing at school. Yeah, so that's when I started singing. I tried to experiment with different, sounds, trying to figure out what I liked about music. Yeah, and from then on.
So you didn't
I'm
have
still
like a
in-
church background or family
No,
background,
no church.
inspiration?
No church background.
Okay.
I just picked up the guitar, downloaded a book from the internet and started learning.
Really? You taught yourself how to play guitar?
Yeah, pretty much.
From the internet?
Yeah, from the internet.
You know, we hear these things, but we don't actually see them. Okay, but then what inspires you generally?
Generally, what inspires me? Not really sure. Everything, life pretty much inspires me everywhere. If I see a good act, it inspires me to be a better person. Yeah. Pretty much, what inspires me is to be a better person.
To be a better, and that comes through your music.
Music, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And also expression through the music.
And where do you want? How do you want to be remembered? Where do you see yourself going?
Well, right now I'm still exploring my creativity. I want to, work on music, see how far it goes. I'm working on an EP right now, so I want my music to be recognized. First of all, before I can have a legacy, is to first be recognized. Yeah, so whichever way people interpret it, that will be my legacy. I can decide, this is how I want to be remembered. Yeah.
Okay, before we go into the next song, which artist out there have you admired most, and whom would you probably would you like to share stage with if you had the opportunity?
Share, wow. Okay, right now I'm for the past year I've been listening to, there's an artist called Hosier. Yeah, I really like him. He's a very interesting songwriter, and his lyrics are very inspiring. So I'd like to, one day.
Okay.
Stage.
With him.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it's a Friday. Less talking. Let's have more music now. All right. What song are you going to do?
This next song is entitled Street Preacher. It was basically inspired, as I said, again inspired by life, by a street preacher.
Here in Kampala, the ones who go shouting, Mulokoke, Mulokoke.
Yeah, pretty much. I was walking with, actually it was in Kampala, because I grew up in NTV, so I was walking with a cousin of mine, and the street preacher is like, you young people, judged me in a weird way, just because probably of my appearance and all that. So I figured...
Because of your hair?
Probably, I'm not sure. But yeah, he judged me from my appearance, and I figured maybe...
Let me get him back.
No, not get him back, but
by writing
let me
song.
try to understand his point of view. Yeah.
Go ahead, Brian.
Yeah, cool, yeah, it's a street preacher. Feed me with your judgment. I never seem to quite measure up to you. You call me little bastard. Oh, ye mighty have come so far. Why won't I receive your salvation? But take off your heaven. Am I doomed for choosing my way? Hey, straight preacher, are you human like me? Hey, Mr. Fisher of Man, do you carry the world on your shoulders? I'm just a man looking for redemption, looking for redemption. Oh, Father, why won't they listen to you? Have they been blinded, way down by the weight of the world? Why won't they receive your salvation, but take off your heaven? Am I doomed for choosing your way? Hey, straight preacher, are you human like me? Hey, Mr. Fisher Man, do you carry the world on your shoulders? Hey, Mr. Preacher, are you human like me? Hey, Mr. Fisher Man, do you carry the world on your shoulders? I'm just a man looking for redemption. Looking for redemption. Whoa, preacher, are you human like me? Hey, Mr. Fisher Man, do you carry the world on your shoulders? Hey, Mr. Preacher, are you human like me? Hey, Mr. Fisher Man, do you carry the world on your shoulders? I'm just a man looking for redemption, looking for redemption, looking for redemption.
I must say, I really enjoyed what you were doing with your foot and what is that called? I think we had a close up before. I don't know if you can have it again.
It's a shaker.
A shaker. Really, our time is up, but Brian, where can people find you?
Yes, I have a Facebook page, The Body of Brian. That's pretty much where all my information is. I try to keep it up to date. I have a website, but it's rarely updated, so Facebook and Twitter.
But playing,
yeah,
on
playing
a regular basis.
Regular basis. I play some weekly gigs at, there's a place called the Bistro in Kisementi, Kipasa on Sundays. And I was starting a show every Wednesday at Tamarai. It's also in Kololo. Yeah.
Okay, as we wind up, as we sign out before sport begins, why don't you take us away? One more track for the weekend.
Okay,
one
great.
for the road.
Yeah, one for the road. Yeah. This is Humanoid. This was my first single. It came out last December. I did it with a Slovakian producer called Duhan. Yeah, this is Humanoid. Lie awake in the darkness, yeah. A cold drizzle in the wind, a shimmer of regret, I die a little inside. I am but a prisoner of my own demise. I'm stoned out of my brain. Hope is but a hazy emotion. I am torn between reality and my fantasy. I said the kiss don't tell, don't get broken, sure she'll be gone, but you'll be better than all the lonely humanoids, all the lonely humanoids, all the lonely humanoids, all the lonely humanoids.
Start time. Owagabiwo mu digital TV. For more information, call 117-117-700. Start time. Affordable digital television.
You're watching Morning at NTV with Simon Kasiate, Mabel Kebirunji, and Brian Mulondo.
In this week's edition of the East African, read what our columnists have to say on the crisis of elections in East Africa. Mudhoni Wanyeki asks why we bother to play the game when the playing field is tilted. Fred Mutebi asks whether the difference between perception and reality matters if everyone believes an election was stolen. LC Eyakuze believes universal suffrage is central to African nationalist identity. Plus, Charles Obo on why the Burundi-Rwanda spat is dangerous for regional stability, Generali Ulimwengu on David Cameron's peculiar habit of wife swapping. Grab your copy of The East African from any vendor outlets. The East African, understanding the region.
Purple Party!
Barara, are you ready? The Purple Party is coming to your town at the Heat Bar in Barara. One night, 2 DJs, an exclusive purple carpet, and lots of giveaways. It's the Purple Party featuring the Spin Doctor DJ Shiro, Winnie Nwagi, Ziza Bapana. Entrance is just 10,000 shillings and the event is hosted by NTV's Douglas Rwanga. The Purple Party Tour is coming to your town and it's powered by Spark TV, NTV.
Taste the feeling.
Government has introduced verification. How is it working?
This program, if you compare with that, Honorable Speaker, you will find that there is more technologies which is given to farmers.
In terms of fighting poverty, we should revive cooperative societies.
We have a district and it's contributing, statistically, it is 60% contributing foodstuffs to Mbale, Kampala and the rest of the districts. But if we still have these poor roads.
This update is brought to you by Star Times.
Well, we're glad you are still with us here on Morning at NTV. Time to talk sport. We'll talk about the basketball that is happening. Darren was already at the venue last night. What were you doing at the venue last night ahead of the basketball game today?
How do you call a kasike in English?
Stag party?
Yes, stag party. It's where I was, and perhaps that explains the intonation and my voice. Perhaps I lost it last night because we're paving way for Ismail to get into the married world.
Okay.
Leaving us in the bachelorhood.
And so who is winning tonight? In whose corner did you leave good luck?
Of course, it had to be Ismail's corner. No other corner.
No, I mean in terms of City Oilers and...
I think this has got to be the perfect season opener. After quite a while, more than a fortnight, as fans and the media itself and the entire basketball fraternity has been waiting for this D-Day. Eventually, the National Basketball League will tip off, sadly, without a title sponsor. But yesterday, the press conference as they were unveiling this tournament, FUBA, that's the Federation of Uganda Basketball Association, trying to unveil a few new things here and there, including partners, that's AAR in the medical services, then Hostelite, the website designers who have designed their new website, as well as some other few sponsors who have been around. But the league will start with no title sponsor, though I don't think that will take away the glee of the game. That's the season open, especially for the men, because on the women's side, the defending champions, who are UCU Lady Cannons, do start the season against a new side that has been fancied to be the next big thing in women's basketball. That's JKL Ladies, that has actually taken Purito Diambo from UCU Lady Cannons. But on the men's side, that game between the defending champions, City Oilers, who made it a three-peat when they won their third successive title last year when they beat UCU Cannons, taking on the KIU Titans. So the top two teams in the regular season last year are the ones that do open the season, and there's probably no other team that looks closer to challenging City Oilers like KIU. So it looks like it's going to be a perfect season opener for City Oilers, who have managed to get two new players, though one is pending clearance from the team that is the Ndeje University Angels, but the one of those has already made his way to City Oilers. That's Jono team, and Brian Sentonga waits a few clearances here and there, while also City Oilers could also get Stanley Ochiti, the one who probably was one of the best players Uganda had the Afrobasket last year in Tunisia. But also on the other side for KIU Titans, I think it's been the busiest side in the transfer window in the run-up to the start of the season, having recruited, I think, two players from UCU, that's Ivan Romanyika as well as Sudi Ulanga, trying to pile, as well as a couple of Burundians who probably make their way onto the court for the first time in Uganda later on this evening. But looks like it's going to be quite a good game, probably better than last year where Power chucked on day one, and then Power failed to turn up for the fixture that they had to repeat against City Oilers on a Sunday, when they said Sunday is meant to be a family Sunday, so it wasn't all that. But a couple of changes here and there. So we hope for a league sponsor in about 2 weeks' time.
2 weeks' time. Great news. Let's talk about KCCA and Villa in the Azam Uganda Premier League.
It's sad. Maybe I'd forgotten to talk about this. You began with the Stag. I'd forgotten to talk that it's taken you about 5 months without doing sport with me. So the Azam Uganda Premier League, KCCA taking on Sports Club Villa. That, in every sense, for any fan who hasn't been following Ugandan football, when you say KCCA against Villa, you're literally saying this is more like the title decider or so. And with about 3 games left on the cards for almost every team except, I think, Villa, who have, I think, more games, about 6 to go, you find that KCCA is at the summit with 52 points, while Villa is trying to catch up with the pace because they missed a couple of games here and there. They were off because of the CAF Confederations Cup, where they went until they swallowed 7 past FUS Rabat. Hippos in Ginger. That's the other game that you think Vipers were in now, second place against KCC. Any team that does lose could probably be here next week on Friday, and what we'll be saying is probably Vipers are now the title favorites, because as it stands, should Vipers win their remaining games and KCC wins their remaining games, Vipers could seal the title on goal difference. So that has to still stand. So every side has got to win their games left. And that's the same story for KCC.
Which is obviously not possible.
Yeah.
But
I think it's possible. I think it's possible for both teams to win their remaining games, because none faces the other. They've already faced each other just a week ago. So that's how it turns out to be. I think both teams probably go on and win and keep it wire to wire until probably the final day. But I think KCC has got more work to do against Villa.
okay, let's move on to Raleigh. We are now in Masaka this weekend.
For the 3rd event of the National Rally Championship, the NRC calendar, this being the 3rd event for the drivers having gone to Mbarara as well as Kabale, now they are heading to Masaka, like you've said, a distance of about 377 kilometers that they've got to do over this weekend. I think starting today, the business proper starts tomorrow. And tomorrow, the interesting bit about this rally is there's been an introduction of 2 night sections. I think one in 2 night sections that are about 30 kilometers later on tonight, and that's where the drivers have got to go and fight for their points. Probably after day 1, every driver would love to be still in the fray for day 2, that is Sunday, and eventually complete the race and score points, because as it stands, the drivers that do lead the standings, that's the crew of Ronald Sebuguze as well as his navigator Leon Senyange, who are at the summit now after those 2 races with about 140 points. So the chasing pack that does have Jas Mangat, the 2013 national champion, as who recently won the Kabale Rally, they've got to make it to the final. Dan, the tricky bit has got to be that night section where FMU, the Federation of Motorsport Uganda, has done everything to try and make sure safety is proper, increase the number of stewards, the lighting, the drivers, sensitization. They could reduce the dust. They can't reduce the dust, probably the weather. The weather.
Okay, unfortunately, we've got to end it there, but you will be back at 1:30 on Omumuli, where you'll let us know about Red Bull, what's happening there, and Liverpool, a surprise win, and all the Premiership, the remaining Premiership games happening this season. But thank you for watching Morning at NTV. Mwasuze Mutia is up next.
Update was brought to you by Star Times.
this week's edition of the East African. Read what our columnists have to say on the crisis of elections in East Africa. Muthoni Wanyeki asks why we bother to play the game when the playing field is tilted. Fred Mutebi asks whether the difference between perception and reality matters if everyone believes an election was stolen. LC Eyakuze believes universal suffrage is central to African nationalist identity. Plus, Charles Obo on why the Burundi-Rwanda spat is dangerous for regional stability. Generali Ulimwengu on David Cameron's peculiar habit of wife swapping. Grab your copy of the East African from any vendor outlets. The East African, understanding the region.
Afazali katono katono baby kansonga ebyachidomo leneta neta baby rachina katono getekene mweri kwera obuomu bwako nechirisa obifune no busano chiringanga bola bamwaka sekukuru eberemu ngabuli omuwa jesunga webuumi bwakatono tono ngera bayimbi abategeka ebifulu buli kadde gyebikwera byevera abogizi ne besala nange bebi bwentyo bwenjagala ogwange kumpe mu musole musole sole nga gunose tukubira wintanga nebigere mbinise wata tikitikitikita naninda kubere wonata ngabwakasa sana nenjuba chana mamaso itaninya yo baby your love is making me go crazy ontambulira mu musaya bulamu bwange bukwetaga kusala unkwesoke nkuweka breakfast in bed yegwe kumpito we wange sikukweko kuja kongo chagate yegwe gwe nalotanga gwe nalalasanga buli jendaga otolyo kulyanga setaga appetite noyeshanga n'omutima nga gwewuba wasuka kubyeshama shembasi kwa kwerwaza naddala ng'oluto kudde I'm loving your love baby nzekwe gwe mpito wange I'm loving your love daily wadde nga sinnakwata mu nsawo I'm loving your love baby nzekwe gwe mpito wange I'm loving your love daily wadde nga sinnakwata mu nsawo I'm loving your love daily.
Ako kabadde ka sample tova ku NTV winajja kubayongera okutubibizaamu wakuba musawo Buchoyimba wayimba yolo. How are you with it?
I'm okay. How are you?
I'm okay. Wachigenderera okyankalanye eggwanga
era nakigenderera nali njagamba kyankalanye muka
kubanga oli wali tozina
nali sizina kati nengamba manager wange ne bannaye lwaki sikolayo ku kayimba nga nzina kubanga kuva mu buto nze nali nga nzina nga buli kimu MDD nga mbyenyigiramu kati ne mugaba bannaye tukoleyo akayimba kalimu okuzina
kati obu strokes go wabuleeta
twali sharinga ne ba dancers bange abo nga buli omu alina kyaleetayo nga oba olina idea so mwalimu ideas zange mwalimu ideas zaabwe bina bina netubigatta wamu
nenga kikoledde
kinkoledde
so fate wejjusa ndowooza obuddako bonna bonna olina tuzinira
abawagizi bannaye bo bampagidde abantu bagadde nnyo wininwaji era sigenda ngenda bongezi muziki
obaddewo emyaka emeka
in the limelight mbaddemu kati emyaka 2
joka
n'ekitundu
ng'okuteebanga tulina ababadde emyaka 8 10
tetubalaba
okutema
si mangu naye nga neebaza mukama okuntuusa wendi kati kubanga nali simanyi
wali tomanyi ffenna twali tetumanyi
nti naatuukawo bannaayi naye kale nakiteekamu amaanyi.
Naye olowooza kiki is it the beautiful Winnie, is it your talent, is it the voice? Nti byekuleetedde ekyo tulina abaana bali talent naye tebanavaayo.
Nze Winnie Nwaji kansooka embeeyanjuye bulungi nze amanya gange mu bujjuvu mpitibwa Winnie Nwaji. Mpitibwa Winnie Nakanwaji. Anti kati mbadde mmanyidde lino manyi ennaku zino lye bakozesa naye nga Winnie Nakanwaji mu bujjuvu naye nga stage name Winnie Nwaji.
Wakeesalirako baluwa yakugamba nti
twakiteesaamu ne management ne tukisalako obusazi linnya lyange naye ne tusalako naaka ne tulekawo naaka.
Singa wagenda na naaka.
Tekyanjinyumye bulungi.
Tekali sexy.
Kabaka kiba kibulamu.
Okay. Winnie Nakanwaji avaawa?
Winnie Nakanwaji azaalibwa Masaka naye nga saakulirayo nnyo.
Sooka oleke. Oliwe Masaka?
Ndiwe Masaka naye nga saakulirayo.
Tomanyi nayo?
Saabeerayo ndowooza saabeerayo ddala.
Masaka sayidi ki? Weerabidde kijja bwemi ndowooza.
Nkyerabidde naye nga nazaalibwa Masaka naye nga nkulidde ku Namasuba okwo ku Entebbe Road.
Wavayo after how long e Masaka?
E Masaka.
Oba tewabeererayo ddala?
Ndi muto so I didn't experience it. Yeah.
Daddy wo gy'abeera gy'ava?
Gy'ava.
Okay. Kati ekikujja e Masaka okujja e Namasuba kubanga wali ne mami?
Nze bansitula busituzi ne bandeeta nze nesanga ndi Namasuba so kyovanga nkugambye nakulira Namasuba.
Naye ekyo tekijjaawo the fact mba oli mwana w'e Masaka?
Tekikijjaawo kyovanga era nkyogera.
Okay. E Namasuba okuze watandika kweyimbya ng'okyali mwana muto?
Kuva mu buto. Kuviira ddala mu P3 awo nga wetutandika okwenyigira mu bintu ng'ebyo ne watandika okubaawo school choir, folk song, obimanyi ebya MDD ebyo okuba ngoma, kuzina maganda ng'ebyo byonna mbyenyigiramu nnyo. Nga kale nali ne mu class nga nsoma naye nga kiri ate nkinyumirwa nnyo. So nga ebiseera ebisinga ng'era mbeera solist oba oluusi nga nkuba ku ngoma oluusi nga nzina mazina amaganda naye bannaayi twalyanga emiggo.
Lwaki ate? Nga gakulembye?
Nasomera St Agnes Naggalama lyali isomero ly'abasista.
That is primary?
Naye nga abatica bakambwe aba MDD bannaayi nga n'omisinga practice.
Gwe baali bakubira kuba nti togoberera kye bakulagira oba wali omisinga nnyo?
Kale era twali tulinamuko ku mputtu emyaka egyo. Naddala nalinamuko ku mputtu kati ngaliwo wentuuka nsaaga agenda mu practice.
Obanga omulingo
okimanyi nga saaga agenda mu practice.
Kiki ekirala kye wali oyagala? Sports?
Nali sinyumirwa nnyo sports. Siri muntu wa misinde nnyo bintu ebyo bya sports.
Biki ebyali byali biyinza okuattractinga attention y'omwana wa primary? Kwoza ngoye?
Twalinga mpozi twalinga tukolako ne ku gundi PE ebyo. Naye okusingira ddala nze nzijukira music kye nasinga okwenyigiramu.
Okay. Nga wali omuwagala naye ng'oluusi omisinga because olaba nga okimanyi you don't need a lot of practice.
Kati kuffe twali tugirabanga oba punishment kweganga ng'ate wekiyitirira ennyo nga tulina okukola practice buli kanaku ng'otuuka ekiseera nga toyagala genda. Kati nzijukira waliwo we twadduka mu dome ne twekweka bannaaye baatugjayo ne batusimbya line paka ku kizimbe kwe twali tukolera practice. Kuba emiggo bannaye oli tica nga akuba emiggo
mutumireko oyo
bannaye mutumira nnyo bamuyita Mr. Kigundu
yeebale kukuba kubanga
yeebale
I think it's part of the reason you're here.
Ebiseera ebyo ng'olaba bakubonyaabonya naye ate kati ndaba ate kati kyendimu ekyali kinkubya emiggo ate kati kyendimu kinyambye.
Ku mami ne daddy ani muyimbi oba ani alina eddoboozi eddungi?
Bangamba mami ye yali ayimba.
Taliiwo?
Taliiwo. Yafa nga ndi mu P4 ankyali muto.
Okay, olwani yakuza nga mami avudde?
Daddy wange yankuza.
Tomisinga love ye ya mama?
Njimisinga nnyo era negomba nnyo omuntu ng'alina maama we. Nze mbeerako awo ne kweganga nga ngenda ku stage ngenda kuyimba nentunuulira crowd nenga akalisinga mami wange abadde waali kati ate yali mukyala nga ayagala nnyo ebyokwambaza ki
ng'alina figa
ng'akola mu ngoye biki ebyo kati mbeerawo nenga akalisinga kati yanstylinga
yali mukyala wamufaanana
namufaanana
mu family tewaliwo mother figure nti Winnie yakuze nga ono yamugaidinga mu byabakyala oba byonna omulimu dadi yagutekinga on?
Waliwo dadi wange yawasa omukyala omulala era paka kati maama waffe kati yatukuzizza.
Muli bameka?
Tuli bana 6 aba stepmother wange bali abalenzi 2 n'omuwala omu, then zinange tuli bawala 2 n'omulenzi omu.
That is a good balance. Okay, ogambye ofaanana mami omumisinga nnyo, ogenda muyimbira yakayimba ko kirowoozeeko?
Nja muyimbira akayimba akasufu
sooka ompe ku akapela ka okusoma okutuusaawa tubadde tukyali waliyo Naggalama bakusabudde mu kibooko.
Nenjigirayo byenjigiddeyo nengenda mu secondary my S1 nengenda ku East High School
Ntenda era nga nayo oyimba?
Awo ate ku East High nali shy simanyi lwaki kati engeri gye nali mu single school kati nengenda ku East High nga it's a mixed school kati nga ntya abalenzi kati nga nze ngenda awo bansekerere
lwaki bakusekerera
kuganga ntya ngasiberangako around boys
ng'ogyeko ewaka
ng'ogyeko ewaka balenzi abangi kitegeera kati ngambitya nensomerayo S1 ne S2
naye nga waliyo drama club?
Waliyo twalina ne houses nga wobimanyi bya MDD naye awo ku East High saali active nnyo era nali musirise nnyo nga ntya kati nenvaayo mu S3 nengenda Migadde College. Migadde College lyali mixed nga ssomero ly'abalokole liri awo Bombo kati emigadde yo nenyigiramu ku music naye nga nyimba mu church wabeerawo akaseera we bayita specials netuvaayo oba n'omuntu omulala netuyimba akayimba kuganula abantu ng'abanyumirwa noga so I can have this confidence nengenda nga nziramu amaanyi kati ate HSC
n'oyitawo
HSC nalina Magabi SS
olwo nga batandise okugamba Winnie eddoboozi lyo ddungi you can do it
kati nga nyimbayimba ne mu ddoomu awo mwesitiresifo nga nyimbayimba mu ddoomu nga buli omwana mwana gwe ng'oyimba bulungi ki
olwo oyimba nyimba zani Mariah?
Nga nyimba nyo eza Juliana
yali akuba
ebyo nga kuliko seye olubiyimba nabikoowa ebyo byonna kati mu HSC nengenda Namagabi gye nasinga okwenyigira mu music.
Namagabi ly'abawala ly'abalenzi?
Ly'abasiraamu liri mixed. Kati nenenyigira mu MDD ng'oluusi even in acting nalinga actinga nga mbeera solist nga tuzina amazina amaganda byonna kati nali mu house baali bagiyita Muteesa naye nga Muteesa ekola bulungi kuganga kinzaamu amaanyi buli wetusingayo kati nga buli wetusingayo mbwoba folk song ng'ate nze nagikulembedde nga bannaaye anyway I'll keep on doing this.
Kati omaze senior 6
nemmala S6 nengenda mu vacation saasobola kweyongerayo ku campus ninga nali njagala nnyo era nga nze my dream nga njagala at least nsome bantikire degree awo joining in music. tambula ogenda okulaba ku mikwano gyange kati ye nga neogenda ku dduuka bannaye nga ekyo kimunyiiza kati nga ekisinga okungobya ewaka kutambula nze nga njagala ogenda mu tawuni
kati okutambula ne kukulemya digiri gye wali atoyagalire
ate kwanemya munange ne tukola ki
bwani wali okusigula walina ndowooza mu group y'abawala nga yekutwala oba yali yabalenzi
sayina group y'abalenzi kubanga nga nze wenva ku ssomero nga tudda waka nga ate wakati batukiriza kufuluma ng'omukozi bamuwa kufulo ey'okuteeka ku gate nali mu boarding school so ng'era abalenzi tukoma bbala birero ku ssomero nga holidays fuluma naye bwe natandika okula nga omumanyi ng'olaba okuze awo S4vaako oyina you have friends to meet in town otandise otambula okoma oga 12 njagala mbe nga nzirayo ewaka
jamunakwata
nodda kati ate ogenda osanga ka message daddy ke yalese ewaka bannaayi ng'olina okwetegekera emiggo so I was stubborn nga nkyali muto nali so stubborn yankubanga nze nga nze gwe basinga okukuba emiggo bamukambwe naye bambi omuzadde aba muzadde aba akulaga the right way to go
kati osalawo otya n'ogamba omanyi kaŋŋende kankuviire
kati lwe yasembayo kungoba
yagoba emirundi ng'emeka ng'etaano
emirundi ng'esatu
kati nga bakugoba osibirawa
nga ngenda wa brother wange era nakomekera mbeera ne brother wange kati naye netuddamu okukolagana naye nga mbeera ne brother wange kwegamba nga ndaba gye nfunira emirembe kati we nali ndi wa brother wange we natandika kati ng'eri nina freedom etambula we natandika okukola ki in fact in my S6 vacation nali wa brother wange netandika okulumba bugondi
kati taata ye yagamba mbu omanyi bweni olw'eddala olyo sigenda kuweerera
teyakyogera nenze kennyini natuuka ekiseera kwegamba waliwo obuzibu obwabaawo
nogamba bugambya kansoka mbi omulemu obandi biddamu maaso
nengezaako okikaka kibeerewo naye tekyasoboka ekizibu ekyo kyabawo kiri pasono naye nga atwaddamu okolagana bulungi ebyokusoma nsooka nembisa ebbali kuba nali ntandise okwenyigira mu studios ezo nga mbakinga ba artists bwentyo bwe navaayo kati niwajjawo competition Coca-Cola rated next
artists bewabakingako olina enyimba eziri prominent oyinza otugamba mbu nolimba nalulimu
nabakingako akayimba ka Evelyn Lagu naye sijjukira title nali nkyali ku Monster nga gyenteegera Monster Studios eri eyo Nyanama naye nga kwensurvivingira okwo okubakinga omanyi nga bakuwaayo busente oli najja n'omubakinga nakubirayo
nakuwaayo 5
nani azikuwa
nakuwaayo
2 esatu ng'obakinga n'omanya munaye zino zijja kukola bwekiti nja kugulayo kano n'ozikozesa nga bw'oyagala naye nga waliwo akayimba ke nabakinga aka Evelyn Lagu naye sikajjukira title nembakingako ne ewa Isma Pro nembakingirayo ko Titi ni nako sikajjukira title kuba byadda Titi nabakingako ne ba artists abalala abatanajja mu limelight
naye ngaawo tewali wakuzuula n'agamba ono nno omwana mu maaso awo ayinza okuba ow'omutawaana
Ronnie Banton twasooka ne tukola yawo obuyimba akayimba ne Ronnie Banton lwakuba tetwakasindika nnyo kubanga baali bakayita gwe maama nze taata naye kati tetwakasindika kgenda mu maaso
mwakakolera video
tetwakakolera
oba tekaali kalungi kubanga akayimba akalungi tiketaaga nnyo kusindika
tetwakifaako nnyo ndoza naye teyakifaako nnyo kiryawo naye nga bambi yagezaako okundaga abantu abali mu industry kati awo we nafunira mikwano gyange negiŋŋamba ŋŋende enjoyininge Coca-Cola rated next kati nga nze ng'omuntu nga mpulira ekintu kya competition kirina engeri gye kinkaluubirizamu sikisobola
walina low self esteem nga teweematira teweefiiringa confidence eyo nga togirina
nga confidence ngiina kubanga kusomero nalinga nnyimba naye nga ntya nnyo okunjajinga kati nga omanyi twabirabanga season 1 twabirabanga ku TV kati ngolaba judges bali awo basatu balamba gwoyimiridde wali wekka oyimbye kati nga twalabanga abamanyi okuyimba nini bamugamba sorry you can't make it obimanye
ekyo nga kyotya ku breaking
bannange ate ngende mikwano gyange gimpushinze nnyo ngende ate ntuuke mbere disappointed bangobe ninga anyway let me give it a try let me challenge myself ningenda auditions ne performs then feeling I went for auditions they took a few days kati netu day one balsonsula banenga tuli banji ku National Theatre banenga abakazi ngabakyala we bali n'abaana baabwe kwega buli omu ngaze bambi kulaga talent ye kati munna embandi awo nga batoolako twakola gundi
wayimba kayimba kani akasookera
nasinga kuyimba nga kayimba ka Rema Namakula ku Kaliba ebiseera ebyo nga kakajja kati nga buli omu ayingira abasinga kayimba ninga kati nga owulire ngambo woyimba kano mbwe muyimba ennyimba ezifaanagana ennyo
competition ebayamaanyi
kati ninga obeebeere nze kanyimbe kano sijja kweteeka ku pressure ate kuyiga nnyimba
kuyimba ani Whitney
ninga kanyimbe ennyimba ze nsobola okugyamu obulungi nga ndwagala ate nasinga nnyo okuyimba eza Rema eza Irene Nambiru Juliana kati nagenda olaba nga countdown nga abantu tukendeeredde ddala tutuuse ku top 20 nebatemako ngenda okulaba ndi ku top 10 kati nno nga nze mu auditions nga baba bayita omanyi nga tuba mu tente kweganga nze era nga nsumagira nga mpulira nga bannaye bino nga bikooya nga mpulira
kwega wagendayo
nga ngenzeyo just mikwano gyayo butagimala amaanyi kati nga naye njagala ne-challenging naye nga mpulira ate kimenyi nga waayi kati wenatuuka ate ku top 10 ninga ekigeza nsobola okugenda even further awo nengetinga serious nenkiteekamu amaanyi tandika okukola nga akayimba kengenda okukola wali twatuka ekiseera nga tetemukyayimbira awo bwereere nga muyimbira ku piano baaliwo owa gita oba oyagala owa piano nze nali kuwa piano nga mpulira yenkolera nebakubamu awo nenyimba kaliba olwo nno tuli ku top 10 tuli ku top 20 bagenda kujjako 10 but wali mu house because they wanted only 10 people
competition yagwa oli mukyakumeka
competition yagwa ndi mukyakusatu nali wakusatu
okay wali wakusatu awo noggula amaaso nogamba nsobola okuyimba
neŋŋamba
how many years ago
kati after
gyali emyaka emeka emabega
it's nzijukira yali those are 2 years back yeah kati Songs Avenue kati awo tuvuddeyo mu house tuzeeyo buli omwe ewuwe batuwadde awo birabulabo yomazeeyo asanyuse
bakuwa kirabo ki
wina bamuwa sente then fe abasatu the first asooka n'owokubiri n'owokusatu batuwa home theatre batuwa tab
olwo kyabeera ne brother
waliwo n'amasimu ge batuweera eyo gundi mu house kati awo ngampya empangisa
kagamba home theatre bakutaasiza ddala
nendanga bantaasiza neŋŋaaka ngende nkuba omuziki
nga teweebaka
negenda netuva mu house buli omu nga musanyufu bandi awo ndi waka nga Mr. Benon ankubira Benon Mugumbya ankubira akasimu aŋŋamba badde banneetaagamuko ku Songs Avenue tulina kye twetaaga okwogerako nenga okay ate nga kuva dda nali neegombanga nnyo Songs Avenue ng'ekyali eri mu Swangali naginoonyaako kwe ne kazini wange nga tunoonya nange nyimbemu wali mpitewo naye twagenda ku Good Enough Studios kati so I hadn't yet gone there.
Okay, kati bano ba Benon bakulaba eno mu competition.
Kuba Benon yali one of the judges. Yeah.
Okay. Waskoza kusoka wesirikirawo. Obulamu butandika bupya mo Swangs.
Nga butandika bupya nga naye tukyogerako nga signing a contract.
Life ng'ekyoka. awo tugenda
kutandika kukola ki kuyimba
n'abanene
simanyi wagenda nzekka nensooka mbawaka embeera nensooka kambawo embeera
olwo nga nakakuwandiikira
Zolanda Zolanda the writer ate naye muyimbi wa Swangs Avenue yakawandiika ne tukakola ne producer Big Nash twakakolerera ku Swangs Avenue.
Okay, tugenda kuwummula mu katono bwe tukomawo genda tubuulira Swangs ekyusa etya obulamu bwa Winnie Nwagi. Simanyi bakuwa n'erinnya erya Nwagi.
Nwagi?
Wali okyali fala lugenda weyita Nakanwagi.
Twalitemako ffenna.
Anti ngamba ani yalitemako olitemerako ku point eyo oba walinga oli mu
competition? Awo.
Okay. Tubaawo kati tuwummule mu katono nnyo tuli ne Winnie Nwagi.
NTV, turning on your world.
This is a message to all parents and guardians. Uganda is polio-free because we have all been making sure that our children are immunized against polio. The wild polio virus is still circulating in some countries bordering Uganda. The cross-border population movements due to insecurity and trade put Uganda at risk of getting polio. The Ministry of Health wishes to inform the general public that an injectable polio vaccine, IPV, has now been introduced in Uganda. New evidence shows that when polio drops and the injectable polio vaccine are given together, they provide better protection for our children against polio. This will help us to keep Uganda polio-free. Parents and guardians take all children aged 3.5 months to the nearest health facility or outreach post to be fully protected against polio now.
Immunize now, save lives, and keep Uganda polio-free. This message is from the Ministry of Health with support from WHO, UNICEF, and partners.
In a brand new way, by the way. Your main man must meet as usual. The gossip. Latest music videos. Comedy.
Go down at the Heat Bar in Barara. One night, 2 DJs, an exclusive purple carpet, and lots of giveaways. It's the Purple Party featuring the Spin Doctor DJ Shiru, Winnie Nwagi, Caesar Bapana. Entrance is just 10,000 shillings and the event is hosted by NTV's Douglas Wanga. The Purple Party Tour is coming to your town and it's powered by Spark TV, NTV.
When we talk food, we mean the skill of slicing and dicing, the art of flavor, the art of presentation.
It is Kitchen Delight once again, and we are doing real gnocchi. We're going to be making something very interesting. Chicken dim sum and some shredded beef.
The art of cooking is more than just culinary goodness. It is an experience and an expression.
Look at that.
So join us every Sunday here on Kitchen Delight as we explore the sovereign dishes, of course, from my kitchen to your kitchen. The recipes from Uganda and beyond, guaranteed to arouse your appetite, and it's happening only on NTV.
Raise the praise.
You're a good, good father. It's who you are. It's who you are. It's who you are.
Get inspiration. Rise up every morning with a song of praise to the Lord. A day in your courts is better than 1,000 elsewhere. Soul Moment, every Monday to Friday at 6 a.m.
This is you. Your friends. Your family. Your fellow Ugandans. All are rising. Because when people get information that is incisive, in-depth, and analytical, people take action. People create change. NTV News. Moving Uganda.
Government has introduced verification. How is it working?
This program, if you compare with that, Honorable Speaker, you will find that there is more technologies which is given to farmers.
In terms of fighting poverty, we should revive cooperative societies.
We have a district and it's contributing, statistically, it is 60% contributing foodstuffs to Mbale, Kampala, and the rest of the districts. But we still have these poor roads.
Nina collabos eyo
eno nanyo
waliwo endala aganaga
neri gye watugambye yani tayita mu Banson era aganaga nga sigimanyi
eyo tetujja jjogerako kuba tenagenda kumpeoba
ekyali empya yes watulonda
aganaga ngamba eri eya Ronnie Band gye ngambye twakola eri natandika kuba tetwagisindika tewali alumanyi
gwe ne sahani yanoonya munne
saho oyo yaliko mukwano gwange before I joined the music industry yaliko mukwano gwange so kati we bangamba ngenda kola collabo ne King Saha
chani yagamba bosswo
my manager nenkola ki kyanyangwira era we nagenda ku studio it was so much fun kwanga yawo ngayiya bwe tunyumyambo tuseka kwega studio session was fun.
Okay, kwega mukama wo ya wandika oluyimba na kubira Saha
si ya wandika King Saha ya wandika mu studio
ye nagamba njagala kuyimba nenwage
twagenda nga waliwo track ko Croach nakola track King Saha natandika okuwandika kuganga for now it's sharing ideas
it was his idea
yeah
nenga ye yalonda mujagala oyo cause yandiyimbye ne Irene is part of the team.
Inza just manager ange yangamba ogenda ku lukera ku machanze ne bangamba kakati ogenda kukola nono.
Okay. Kati tubuli Swangs ekyusa ya life ya Winnie.
Swangs Avenue ekyusiza nnyo life ya Winnie kubanga Winnie Nwaji ng'akyali Winnie Nakanwaji. Kale byayiseemu kwega it hasn't been a smooth road for me.
Oyise mubi kigo mwana mto wala byeki
sibi yangu kale ngo omukyala kubanga in my vacation kankuzeko kemabiga in my vacation I got pregnant I had a boyfriend
bebye bya personal
kati kambi bagambe kati I got pregnant
wano dadi we yagamba lekera okutambula n'ogamba nga yalengedde ekinajja mu maaso
nga bambi alengera ekinajja mu maaso naye so I got pregnant kati unfortunately nga omanya abasajja b'ennaku zino abamu si bangu kati nze nali mwana muto bambi nga nze ndi mulaavu naye ng'ate gwe ndiko bambi nga kwega oba kale ye yali alina kigendererwa kye kati mnange
yali mwami mufumbo yali mufumbo
teyali mufumbo
Yet are you ready to settle down?
Yeah, maybe. Omanyo omuntu oyinza okubanga gwe owuliro like owuliro kiri munnyo naye nga ate yes plan sizaalimu ez'okusettlinga.
Olw'omusanga wa?
twasange era
mu town
n'amasiba kati nenfuna olubuto ne tweyagala munange era abagaana
nga bwalufuna bwamugamba teyali shocked
anti jenjija kati munange nenfuna olubuto nemugamba kati ngeri nze nalinga kweganga ndaba I didn't go back to school. I'm not in school. Nengamba kati, what do I do with this? I was shocked. Nengamba naye kanduzali. Lwachi
walufuna how many?
Because I had waliwo abantu nga omanya abawala mubamu abawa ideas. Je mu koloti okitegeera. Nemaga I won't.
Nenga yo maze kwogera kwa naye. Ye ngomaze kwogera kwa naye.
Nga sinaba ngolo sinamugamba nengera ne mugamba naye ye yali takyagala nangamba ndu jem lwakuba kale sijja mwogera linnya nenga ye yemanyi nangamba ndu jem ne mugamba munange sigenda dujjamu oba nkyawa nenga sigenda dujjamu munange nandeka bwatyo kwega nempita through my pregnancy experience alone.
Eyo pregnancy yakugana okudayo kusoma.
Kati ebyokusoma nembitera ddala ebbali because I had to be a parent.
Daddy nga akitegedde?
Daddy yakitegeera kyamunyiiza nnyo era
ngomaze okuvaayo waka
tayogera nange.
Ngomaze okuvaayo waka banga tanaba?
Nga navaayo dde waka nga ndi wa brother wange. Kyamunyiiza nnyo naye kale yamala n'akitegeera namala nenkimunnyonnyola n'akitegeera kati ne muganzi daddy tofaayo ngenda kuba bulungi. Kati munange nenerabirira throughout
Mbenga walinawo ku sente zino zogambye
wabaki nenga kwega nga bwe ngambye nga ngena mu studios ezo nga neeyiya nga bwe mbakinga wano nakolako ko ne ku mirimu emirala nakolako ku MTN mobile money nga fabaali ba pioneers nga to registering abantu kati nali mu marketing like nali mu sales department. Nenkolako keyo nenkolako ku Good African Coffee era bintu bya sales nga bye nalimu kati awo nentandikira ddala okola ki
ng'oli pregnant
we nagenda mu
okyali lubuto lwange olumaze kuzaala
ngaawo namala kuzaala nengenda mu Coca-Cola Rated Next
kati bw'omala okuzaala teyakomawo kulaba ku mwana kuba usually bati embuto naye baagala abaana.
Yeah, I know. Ate baagala nnyo ng'omaze ottereera manyi nti ndowooza waliwo omuntu nga ye obeera olubuto omufaananira bubi okitegeera kati nze kale anyway nali nakivaako dda kati nga nze ndiwo ku lwa mwana wange ne ngamba I can raise this kid alone. Yeah, and that's what I'm doing.
Taddanga
yadda
kati amuwuliza
yadda nga ayagala kola ki
kukuba mbaga
kudda mbu tugende tubeere ffenna ate nga navaawo okitegeera no nga sirinafuuka star nga nkyalina kawere nkyakola Good African Coffee nenkola ki ne mugaawo manyi ekyo kyo tukite nakusonyiwa buli kimu tulabirire omwana if you can labirira omwana bw'oba tosobola I can also do it alone. I don't want to depend on you.
Okay. Kati oyingidde Swans. Baby omulekerani.
Baby twali nalina omukozi.
Kozo gani wali wetandisa okwepangisiriza?
Nali natandika dde okwepangisiza kuba nali nga nkola. Kati nga nepangisiza kati nga nenfuna omukozi. Naye kati waliwo ekiseera we kyatuuka abakozi ne bantawanyanga nnyo. Waliwo omukozi gwe nafuna nali nva ku mulimu. Nali nva ku mulimu nasanga enju nzigule nga buli kimu the whole house was open. Nengaba naye omuntu ono aliwa.
Sawa meka.
Sawa zaali nnya. Ng'omukozi taliiwo
ne omwana wali.
Nga taliiwo omwana.
Ng'agenze naye.
Ng'agenze naye. Yali amwagala nnyo nzijukira. Era nga mbeera ku mugongo. Ng'era nze nga njagala nnyo omuntu anjagalira omwana. Kuga ne ku mulimu gy'oli obeera oli mugumu. Yeah. Kati namukubira essimu namugamba banaye oliwa saawa zino oliwa n'omwana wange. Nangamba ate yali ansingako emyaka. Nanga naye naawe kati olowooza nsobola okubba omwana wo. Ffe tuli eno Masaka tujja kudda nkya tubadde tetusobola kukola ki kusobola kudda kutambula kiro
ng'ennyumba nzigule
naye ennyumba nzigule banaye nawulira nga nzigwerera omwana wange nga muto nga ayavula bwavuzi naye kwega yasulayo nekola olunaku ekiro ekyo kyonna kyonna nasula neetala ku polisi omukwano gwange najja nanyambako tudda wali eyo mutungo neŋŋenda ku polisi nendoopa omukozi era yadda nkya kuba yamala najjako essimu nanga tonkubira nnyo ssimu omwana wo sinnamubba nenkola ki naye essimu n'agijjako neninda paka nkeera
naye nga yali Masaka kuba yali ali
simanyi ateeka okuba nga alina we yali okumpi naye nga agenze kusulayo ng'ate abadde tasobola kuleka mwana waka
ennyumba lwaki yaleka nzigule
simanyi ndowooza ye yagenda nga ali mu plan za kukomawo naye ate n'asulayo ndowooza naga baneefaako
kati bwakomawo enkeera
munaye nze engeri gye yali omukuluko ku nze kati nga mutyatyamuko ate nga nali nagambye abapoliisi nja bayita nga nali nagambye nja bayita ng'akomyewo so nembayita naye baali baagala mukwata nembagamba mumuleke kasita akomezaawo omwana wange naye ye ne mugamba omanyi sijja kusobola genda kati awo bwe natwalira omwana wange wa ddaddi wange ninga akagira abeera naye
olukozi daddi yakusonyiwa dda
daddi sha daddi ali ize kati era awagira ne music awagira naye kwegamba tekyali kyangu naye kati abeerayo ne jjajjaawe
kati omwana tobeera naye
sinatandika kubeera naye naye nga muholide ajja nembeerako naye naye nga asoma myaka 5
mbadde manyi wamutwala mu kisulo nti weebale maama
kati paka wanagamba nti kati njagala kisulo
kati life as a celebrity akwesiza etya
life as a celebrity
bentera okyazaano bagamba si byangu nnyo
era munange
mukusooka nawulidde ogamba otya nnyo okujajenga ate life gy'olimu si kyangu ekyo kukyabwedinga
tosobola kyewala naye waliwo we bakujajinga nowulira nga kikulumye nowulira nga kikutteko kiringa kati let me give an example nze nga nze ekintu ekisinga okumpisa obubi saagala kumpita I don't like the word fat
kagala gayimba oli munene
saagala kimpisa bubi nze nyinza n'ogenda eri simanyi kwegala nyinza ovaawo nga kimpisiza bubi Bwenda comment eyo ne kale nchi ignoringa nenga the fact is chimpisa bubi
kati ogenda mu gym okyewale
striking aka pose ko oyaga baterayo kafaananyi no posing nosanga ko li comment nga commenting
genda mu gym go to the gym
you're too fat banange no guy me I'm not fat kati went when era I'm not fat
I'm just fleshy
ninga gwe Farida
you're not
fat
I just have a little flesh
that's the word
thick
okay thick is sexy
kakati abantu abamu ndaba bachamukiridde lwaweni is it because of your music over olina obuntu bwokola how would you try to pull these crowds towards you?
Nfuba nnyo okulaba nga abafans bange banyumirwa kyenkola ate nfuba nnyo okulaba nga sibabowa kyova nga nateekamu ekya dance era ngenda kweyongera nga nzina ebwetaagisa okuzina naye nga mostly abasinga banyumiddwa nnyo the dance
abasajja tebakutawaanya nnyo
bantawaanya gye bali nenda bamanyiira babaayo of course tosaa kyewala ekyo
basinga kutawaanya lwaki
abamu babaagala nga obimanyi
ebikizo sirina kyemmanyi
obimanyi
sirina kyemmanyi
obimanyi
nze tebantawaanya
bakutawaanya balina okuba nga bakutawaanya
tewasanze mu situation nga eziri embarrassing mu nsonga eyo
ey'abasajja
nga ku stage oli najja nakubukira nakuteeka mu mbeera nga mubutuufu eswaza ate nga fan oba oliawo fan toyagala kumwembarassinga
gye bali kati waliwo woba nga ogenda ku stage naye nga woyita waliwo okuganga abantu bajjudde bayita club kubanga ku mukolo suubira mbu waliwo asobola okujja mbu ayagala okukwatako. Of course tubisanga mu bbaala kati wemanyi okuyita kubamu n'owulira omu ng'akunyiza akabina n'owulira omu ng'ayagala mbu kufiiringa alaba oba anti bagamba mufako kati nawulira omu ng'aga
kaddala
fako oba naye ignoringa n'ogaa kati ankutteko anzigyeko ki naye nga naffe twetaaga oku like we also need to be respected as artists.
Tolina gwe wali okubye?
Sinaba.
Nanze nyinza kukuba.
Sinaba. Naye waliwo mpozi wekikuyitirirako olina ku disrespecting ate n'ayitawo. Yeah, you can react because at the end of the day you're human. Yeah.
Kati attention eyo gikola otya? Kuba wagambye oli shy. Attention y'abantu.
Y'abantu. In front of the camera when I'm shooting my videos. Sibeera shy. Mba nazze kola.
Olwakuba ndowooza wabeerawo omuntu omu. Cameraman.
Wabeerawo abantu bangi. Kuba wabeerawo makeup artist, bamanager bonna babaawo, director, wabeerawo n'abantu oba vixen yazze ne badancers bano bwe bityo. Tubeerawo abantu bangi. Waliwo n'abantu, waliwo n'ebifo byetushootingiramu nga mulimu abantu nga babakkiriza oyingira bonna ne bajja. Nenze in front of the camera when I'm at work, I'm never shy. I do my best. Kubanga nze first of all njagala nnyo camera. Era mbeera nnyo nga neekubya nnyo ebifaananyi. Nga omanyi ebyabawala. Njagala nnyo ebifaananyi. Kati ate when it comes to shooting a video, mba nnyumirwa. Yeah.
Kati ate wana abantu obeera obatiira ki ng'oli off the camera?
Sibatya. Mpozi the first time nga naakakumeetinga the first time. Yeah, I'm usually reserved. Naye we nkumanyira obulungi, I'm not shy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ani akudesigninga? Akwambaza?
Nina for now, I have a personal stylist. Neetayagala mwogera linnya eryo.
It's okay. Waakamufuna?
Namufuna dda.
Because abantu abasinga bendabye ku social media babadde bagamba Winnie oyambala bubi. Winnie kyusa mu nnyambala oba okwambala obubi bategeeza
okwambala obubi abantu balowooza bw'oyambala akasikati akampi oba oyambadde bubi naye ate nga tujjeko okubeera nga njagala okusanyusa abafanzi bange nange balina kimanya nti ndi muntu nange nina byenjagala wemba nga njagala okwambala kateteyi nga kakoma wano kenjagadde kuba mpulira emyaka gyange mpulira kenjagala.
Olina emyaka emeka?
Emyaka nja kugamba.
Oli mukulu ekimala?
Ndi mukulu ekimala. Ndi maama.
Okay, wobyagala akasikati kakampi koyambala?
Kenyambala. Bwendabanga omukole gwa buvunaanyizibwa nga seetaaga gendayo nga ndaze entumbwe nyambala ekiwanvu. Era waliwo embaga zengendako. Kati ng'okuyimbira Ssaabasajja siso agenda mu kampi. Kubanga era n'ekirala tolina mukuba mugongo. Ebyo byonna olina obiteeka mu mutwe n'olowooza gwe ng'omuntu omukulu ky'olina okukola. Naye okwambala akampi kitegeeza mbu nakula bubi abankuza batya mbu oba neesitaza mba seesitaza. Because even entumbwe, it's part of my body. So if I show it, nze sirabawo buzibu. Kiri nti sikusitamidde. Okitegeera.
Tolaze bitone?
Yeah. Newe nyambala akantu kange kakoma wano. Evivi terina buzibu.
Speaking of
I'm
bitone,
just being a woman.
Is it true mugenda kubisanya ne desire? Mbu mwino bekibulu kye mutegese okulaba ani asinga. Ndabye wana abantu babemboza.
Ekivulu ekyo nkiwulirira bangi bambuuzizza nnyo ekikwata ku kivulu ekyo. Naye nze nga nze manager nga badde tannaŋŋamba. Naye nga baŋŋamba akalango gye kali. But I haven't yet gotten informed about that.
Kisirooza mukiyinza tuka ku level y'okuba obulango nga toli aware.
I don't know.
Are you friends with Desire?
When we haven't yet met ever. Meeting up in person.
Bade manyi abayimbi mubeera n'enkolagana yammwe eyo.
Anti nze ndi ku Songs Avenue, so ntera kubeera ne Irene Ntale ne ba artists abalala Zulanda, Joel.
Bokola nabo bobeera nabo.
And also my other friends. Ntera okubeerako ne Resignature. Ntera okubeerako ne abayimbi bangi waliwo benina mikwano
bani abakuinspiringa mu bayimbi bana
aba inspiringa
abakuwaliriza n'ogamba jakakuba
Juliana Kanyomozi kubanga from school ng'abaana bampita Juliana kubanga nalinga mayiminga nyemvi ennyimba ze kati ng'abaana bampita Juliana ne Nambiru namayiminga nnyo akayimba kansonyiwa akanambiru kati
kagenda kate
nsonyiwa ensobi zibaawo
sokoleke nga mufaanagana eddoboozi
tetufaanagana
very
different baga we mpuliriza nnyo music we ne ndaba amaloboozi kwega mbeeraawo nenga yiki ekifaanagana that's so different
bw'oyimbye bwoti damu bw'oyimbye bwoti ayise okusooka nsiso
kati nza okuyimbira nsonyiwa nenkuyimbira ne katono
kwegamba gaawukana okusinziira ku luyimba
kubanga ayina ye vocals ze nga ziri different from mine ate nezange ziri different from hers kwega zaawukana somewhere somehow
technicalities ezo sizitegeera mu maloboozi
ate oyinza bitegeera naye nze wempulira tetufaanagana but I admire her voice
okobadde okyangamba ku designawo ako yakusalirawo mukati ogenda kwambala kino bagga omugamba you know what nze bino bwe biti bye neetaaga
nkisinziira ku mukolo ki gwe ŋŋendako weba club ne tugayi kyetaaga tuteeke kano tufune kano tuteeko kano kajja kola naye kati olaba mu club oyinza okwambala akateeteeyi nga kakoma wano nga obadde okwambala akakoma wano naye nga omanyi bw'ogenda ng'ozina obimanyi ebyabakazi nekesika
ebyabakazi bibadde hipu
nekasika ogenda okulaba nga kali eno ate munaye bw'obeeraawo ng'oyimba bw'osika okoowa okitegeera kati you find yourself n'okaleka ne kambuka kati owa kamera gyaviira nakuba ekifaananyi kiri n'ateeka amawulire ne bagamba oyambala bubi naye nga tekibanga kigendererwa kyange kunama oluusi akagoni kaba kaesise ate nga kiri nomo
naye omuntu bw'ayimbira mu lugoye luwanvu ennyimba tezivaayo bulungi
zivaayo naye it's according to the music gwayimba ate kiki era nakyo kisinziira ye kyayagala ayinza okuba nga ye yakula tayagala bimpi naye nze I'm okay with everything. I can wear pants, nsobola okwambala skirt, nsobola okwambala akateeteeyi, akampi, ekiwanvu, byonna nsobola obyambala.
Okay. Kati omwami
era ntegedde
mbuki
tegedde sikuwona
babadde babina bikubuuze wano mbwoli mufumbo
siri mufumbo naye waliyo eyo boyfriend naye nga sinatuuka mwogera kyetunaba shuwa tukyetegereza
oba olekaawo buli omu nalowooza mbu yeye
saagala ate mbagambe ate
batandika okunoonyereza bakube headline ku
maleko emirembe naye nga gyali
kisoboka n'okuba nga toyagala buli omu alowooze yeye
he's very okay.
Okay, what do you think about marriage?
Marriage is a good thing. Era njagala nange olunaku lukye obeewo afukamidde awo aŋŋambe would you marry me? Nange neekozeemu obwo obuntu oh my god obimanyi
wetwekozeza
ddala obadde okimanyi somehow oba okimanyi nti they're going to propose to you. Anyway, some things happen nga totegedde. But anyway, that's my dream also because I'm wife material. Omuntu ayinza okundaba ku TV n'alowooza simanyi oba olw'enjala zino n'agamba simanyi ndabika simanyi kufumba oba ndabika swana kwoza ngoye so nga ate ebyo nambikola nkuze mbikola kati guno guba mulimu kiri nti you understand me the way I am, you respect my job when it's work, don't complain about anything. Oba ngenze kola sawa mwenda, that's work.
Ogenda muja oyo atagenda complaining akongo ogenze sawa mwenda.
Kyokola banga sinatuuka mwogera kubanga bwana amana ndekawo ate nga nzira ngamba gambu yandeseewo
temunneetegereza
tetunneetegereza kati akyanneetegerezanga emirimu gyange we gigenda n'ebirala
ngendoozo yayinza okutegeera ebyo ebya komawo saa mwenda ogwekiro alina kuba muyimbi muno
ne bwataba muyimbi oli omuntu waba akwagadde afuba nnyo okutegeera and nze ndaba omulimu kintu kiri important nnyo because at the end of the day tulina okubeera kukola ki tulina okusurviving tulina okuzimba ku mayumba tulina bintu bingi bye tulina okukola
ate bwajja nagamba omanyi bweni mulina okusurvivinga yes you need money ate bwenzikuteekamu nenzikuwa otuuleeko okuza abaana
saagala
oyo omugoberawo
saagala nze kubeerawo nga am depending on a man
ayinza ogamba kakugulire akuzimbire kyaked akuteremu omwaliro ogusooka gwona nga gugwo
I will still do music because it's what I do with passion. I love doing music. Toyina ngeri era wogezaako kinzijako gwemba sijja kusobola waayita n'agenda ng'afunayo omulala because all my life njagala I've always wanted to be an independent woman and I am. Saagala kubeerawo mbu nninda gundi ampeeza no. First of all, I'm paying my daughter's school fees. So sisuubira kulinda mbu ate sisobola kuba simu bannaye za fees. No.
Omukulu ne bwe yakomawo fees tannazitekinga on.
Talina kyakola. Naye it's okay. Osanga mu maaso eyo ajja kuvaayo. Oba omwana we
oba talina. Ate ng'alaba mami
alina but waliwo abantu nga ye ali mean. Okitegeera ng'oba alowooza agenda zikuwa ozikolemu kino. Olwokuba oba akulaba ku Facebook oli wano agenda zikuwa oba ogenda okolemu enviiri obintu ng'ebyo yaba alowooza omukuula kitegeera okuba ng'olina omwana but nze saagala kusabiriza era nze simusaba yamanyi I'm just working hard for my kid.
Wali
yagala alijja n'atujoininga alitusangayo.
Oyagala nnyo abaana?
Njagala nnyo abaana.
By accident.
Njagala nnyo abaana.
Osubira n'okuzzaako neera.
Nja kuzzaako.
Emirundi nga 6.
Nina obbazaala.
Obuseera byo eby'eddembe obimalawa?
Ebiseera byange eby'eddembe ntereera okubeera ku studio. Waliwo kangambe waliwo recording.
Ebiseera by'eddembe toyinza kubeera mu studio kubanga studio gwe mulimu.
Naye nayo wanyuma. By the way, ffe ku studio yaffe wanyuma. So naye nsobola okubeerayo oba ne tugendako out n'emikwano gyange ebintu ng'ebyo.
Oba out yewa.
Tuyinza okugendako ewantu ewakakamu kugaa ne tufunako kye tunywa oba n'ekiro ne tweyongerayo weba weekend oba enkya toyinayo oba gy'ogenda kukeera it's a weekend after all.
Waliwo mpulira abali ku simu baagala kubuuza ku Winnie Nwagi. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, how are you?
I'm okay. How are you, Madam Nakazim?
Tuli bulungi sebo.
Ono musuza Ivan.
Yes, Ivan. Okomyewo.
Nkomyewo Winnie Nwagi mwagala nnyo nnyo.
Omwagaza.
Nyimbira bulungi.
Okay.
Kayimba k'ekikosi kwagala. Omusawo. Ogamba ki musawo?
Jendi.
Gwe buli omu musawo.
Abo basawo bange bonna.
Buli fan musawo.
Madamu Nakazim.
Wangi sebo.
Waliwo mutuufu ne bwoba tomwagala nga akayimba ke tukaagalaye. Wakiri oweekweka mu kisenge n'okawuliriza naye Nwagi yakuba akayimba omusawo.
Webale kuwagira mukwano.
Banze mwagala nnyo Nwagi.
I love you too.
Kati. Bana nyina nakazibu kyensaba Nwagi. Bana nyina agagabozi ge nawulida mbuba competing ne designs sigagala. Era simuli anti yagenyigiddemu
mukwano nze siri ku competition.
Abajja kumala mu amaanyi ate nze mwagala nnyo.
Competition webale nnyo Ivan.
Kubanga mpuliriza omusawo awo nebaka bulungi.
Webale kuwagira mukwano.
Ayinza tugaali nga tonnakakuba ali teyeebaka bulungi.
Owaayi.
Kale Ivan webale nnyo. Gwe ne desire. mu competing oba imagination I mean bantu bachi imagine
opinions z'abantu kubanga abantu tosobola you can't stop them from talking buli omu ajja kwogera kyayagala you just have to keep doing what you're supposed to do nenga nze is competing on a desire
kichobola kuba balaba muina figures zagala ofaanana mukko
simanyi nze nange munayi nalabirawo nga comparing ne desire.
Okay. Hello
Farida
wanji mkwana
mwasizeyo mutya
wasize bulungi wasize watya
bulungi nkulamutiza mukyala Nwazi
kale nyawo
kakati I'm a very big fan by the way naye a piece of advice that I have you can take it or you can leave it ekirungi abantu abangi ku Facebook bonabadde bagamba nti dress code nze ndowooza Nwaji nti there is no expensive mineral that is just found out there ate n'ekirala mwabayimbi lawo that ka period nga tokyatunda okitegeera nti you're not on market or something like that but at least you can stay for consultation bantu bakwebuuzaako abaana abawala abato something like that naye nti bwe weemalamu right now yes you have also things that you love but you can do those probably in your time but not in the fun time like in videos yes waliwo n'abo abakyetaaga kirabako nga agasajja gagaswakule gabeerayo nga gakyetaaga naye I'm thinking you can even look smart without striping. You can still look hot with your figure. Nwaji, trust me, you can still rock. You can still rock even in Orugo Yoruba Ungalutukeri once. Me, I'm thinking just reserve that. Just reserve it. Just make it expensive. Naba abalindi dokulaba ebitone or whatever. Let them just keep, just reserve it and let you stay expensive. Don't let it open for everyone to see. Okay. Yeah, I'm thinking how an African woman should be really.
Thank you, darling.
Thank you so much.
Naye nga bwe nagambye oluusi skati tebanyimpi nga baba bagirabe mawulire
kati wagira bakasaba nga alabye ethambi
but then nga bwagambye nyambala ebiwanvu ekyo kyo sijja kisobola sijja kwambala biwanvu byokka sijja kisobola
ojja byambala woyagalije
ojja byambala eweetaagisa
kwanjula
naye nga sisuubira mbu nsobola okusitama kati wemba nyambadde nga kati nga kenyambadde kano sistami so buno nja bwambala n'ebiwanvu nja byambala sigezezzaako n'ebiwanvu by the way mbyambala ate ne ku weekend nzoyinza okunsanga ina long dress on a Saturday naye kwega sijja kwambala biwanvu byokka nja kuba nkyusakyusaamuko kiri nti sistami
omulala
hello
wanje sebo
NTV
oli ku NTV sebo kumpeo
mwe bali kuweereza nnyabo
kale namwe mwe bali kulaba
kati mbadde ngamba omukyala oyo nti bannange ye bali kuyimba buyimba bulungi
bali kusiima ssebo
bannange nze mumatira nnyo oba kimanyi simanyi nakumanya
simanyi nange kyomatire
nange simanyi nakumanya
bannange abantu abo omuweeza message ki ekibakalubiriza okugiddamu mu inboxes
ku
Facebook
lwaki temuddamu message z'abantu
munaye messages ezo oluusi olondamu kozoddamu kubanga ziba nnyingi jikira abantu bangi abakufollowinga kati oluusi ziba nnyingi n'otasobola zimalayo zonna at once okitegeera so nesanga nzizeemuko ezimu ninga kati endala nja ziddamu oba enkya bwenkyo
enkya ne luggwako nga tozizeemu
oba nengetinga busy
nkitegeera
oba nnyinza okufunayo akadde katono nnyo just to post nemaani nziruka oba nenkola naye nga tugezaako okureplyinga
omulala hello wanji nyabo kale nawe kyebale mukwano
oyo omusaala olina okwambala nga weeyagala olina kukyamuukiriza
alina bakyamuukiriza
ate tayambalanko kanti okujjako omusayansi ate tetayambuka tugannaayo abatuwagire eyambala nga weeyagala ntinyumira
amma tekayambuka bwambusi
kapuka newe kapuka era entertainment
munnange neyanziza
okay mulala hello ofunye yakuwagira hello hello wanjisebo
kati nze bannangira kusani bini nwaki soka nze tayambala bubi ayambala bulungi byokka kazi alina amasala ge
alina amaki
amasala ayimba bulungi biri bino ebiboogera ate by the way music has changed mulimu ne image kati ekintu ekyo fenafena omusawo okawulira bulizi ku radio n'okuba ebifaananyi by'omu vidiyo togamba
n'olinda vidiyo
kiyitirivu
temukyayagala audio
awulira akayimba eddoboozi n'ayagala okulaba omuyimbi kati ayimagininga oyimbye omusawo alabedde omuwala azina oveeyo ng'oyambadde
anti awo oba tokyayagala audio oba oyagala kulaba vidiyo kati tolabanga awo musawo nali sobola kwambala kiteeteeyi kiwanvu ng'olaba kwega woowulira olimba musawo ekiteeteeyi kiwanvu kijjirawa
kati ekituufu
kale kijja bw'oba ng'omuntu oyo
kati era wakyambala wano nga omusawo waako kimye mugenda
tugenda ku date kwegamba date era kwaliko ka slit
nekubako nebbeere
ng'omukazi olina okwesipicinga so si buli kiseera mbu kwambala maganduula nga birebera
ate kituufu nti kati mu competinga for attention kubanga abayimbi bangi ate abaana baze ne talent bangi kati olina okubaakako enjawulo kokola basobole okurecognizinga
nze nganze I'm always myself siri kubiisana na muntu yenna mboba ncomparinga nomboona akoze ati nange nkole bwe nti I am myself always era seewaana kukola bye sitakoze okitegeera my time is coming yeah
katandika butandisi obulala hello olina n'amasimu mangi hello wangi kendeeza eddoboozi ku tv bagenda kujjako kendeeza eddoboozi ku tv otuwulire bulungi kale naawe gyebaliko
omukyala yegangi ayimba bulungi wini
neyanza nnyabo we bali kusiima
alidde niwebale kuleeteranga bakabi
webale kusiima mukwano
naye bino ewayo bakuwandiseeko ng'oyogedde ebitone by'osinza dizaya
wangi
oyogeddeko lwaleero ku bukedde lwaki ogenda mu competition w'ebitone
sibitegedde
nange sikiwulidde bulungi naye mpulidde ekigambo kitone siwulidde bulungi ne desire mpulidde
kale mukwano webale kumusiima ddoboozi omulala hello hello wangi sebo wangi hello tukuwulira mukwano yogera
eno NTV
oli ku NTV
kakati nze mbadde nalagamba kuwini waki nti bambi ayambala ekyayagala
amabandike
bakuleke
gyemyaka tesiri mukadde nnyo
toli Mariam Ndagire
kyogedde
wafanisire wakadde kati ze batuleke ayambala ekikusanyusa
neyanza nnyabo
toli Mariam Ndagire gwe weni hello
naye nga Mariam Ndagire naawe mmanyi mukyala wa
kitiibwa nogwe toli wa kitiibwa
ndi wa kitiibwa naye emyaka gyange we naatuuka nga mpulira nnina okwambala emyaka gyange
naye nerwema muwala muto
muwala muto naye alabika tabyagala
okay hello gwobyagala
nze banenze nyambala kyenjagala
hello wangi mukwano ogamba weni aha Hello. Hello. Wanji sebo.
Farida jebaleko.
Kale nawe jebaleko.
Nabale otuweereza mukwano.
Kale nawe balekulaba.
Manya mulangira Sifa Robert. Mpagidde wili nwaji banga yonna anti bami nakanwaji kakati awo kitegera butegeezi. Oba yimbye bice bayimbye bikize binyimira genda mu maaso.
Banange neyanziza gwasinga.
Oba yimbye bice oba yimbye bici. Kale webale nnyo ssebo. Owagira ebyobufuzi.
Sibiriimu nnyo.
Naye ng'ogoberera.
Sigoberera nnyo.
Twagala kumanya.
Twagala. Sides tunuddeyo nnyo.
Kati ebyokusoma wabikomya mu bbanga. Osuubira okweyongerayo bakati byo byaggala?
Nsuubira okweyongerayo maaso kubanga njagala nsomeyo ka course lwakiri aka fashion and design kubanga njagala nnyo ebintu byokwambala okubeera smart ebyo bityo. Kati nja kasoma awo maaso. Omanyi okusoma tekuggwayo.
Tusiibuleko ffe bafaani bo naddala abaana abawala. I want to assume you want them to look up to you. Kuba gye bali bo abakutunira baagala eddoboozi lya Winnie.
Gye bali abaana abayimba mu ssomero nga nze gye nava era nga baagala nnyo okubanga Winnie Nwagi gye bali be inspiring nga ne ba OGs bange gye bali naye nga kye mbakubiriza beeyongere mu maaso like tebava kale okusoma basome kubanga era balina okusoma. Nze mpagira nnyo omuntu asome era naye muwala wange njagala asome kubanga it's very important paka mpozi nga kiganye buganyi naye nga njagala tebapapa like mulimu challenges ng'ojja waggulu naye buli kimu okikwata mpola kubanga time ye ebejja you don't have to like push it a lot. Olina okuba patient.
Challenge ki gy'osanze?
Challenge kati ngaawo nga wakatandika olina akayimba akapya akasooka ogenze kukivula okuyimba banaye lubanga luba lutalo okuyimba paka abantu bwe bakutegeera obulungi.
Balwawo okutegeera?
Tebalwawo nnyo kubanga awo bantegeera awo katono katono. Naye nga nkyalina embeera nga banaye nga ntya stage.
Tuwe mu kakapeera ka musawo. Baasa eno gy'ogamba.
Oba nkuwe kibulamu.
Kibulamu? Ffe twagala musawo. Waliwo I think it's the second verse.
Electric guitar?
Ebigambo ebyo mbiwulira byogera naye sibitegeera.
Okay, kankabawo. Electric guitar melody mu matonde ta insanity. Bwoba wendi eno Uganda banga California kankubulire akusinga bwe nanoonya yambula olina energy gwe wotoba n'otulo tweraga baby no fire can cool without you. Olina body perfume ensufu musawo karibu kwangu.
Naye musawo gwe wali oyimbira gwe otugamba gw'otoyagala kwogera
yali tannatuuka.
Okay, bane kamuze tubasibwe tuddemu ejja Winnie Nwagi katubalekera akayimba kansawo. Mwebale nnyo mubadde balabi balungi. Nice weekend temwerabire nkya tugenda tuyambe Carol. Are you coming? Carol n'omwalo wa kansa.
Tugenda kubayo nga twoza emmotoka ku Panamera.
Gwogenda okwoza yange kubanze ngenda kukeera bukezi.
Tewali buzibu ngenda kwoza mmotoka.
Kale bambi mubeere bulungi. Bye bye.
Kukubira wentanga nebigere mbinyise wata Katikitikitiktak naninda kundetera switi Kukubira wentanga nebigere mbinyise wata Katikitikitiktak naninda kundetera wonata Ndabwakasa sana nenjube chana mamaso Itani nyalyo baby Your love is making me go crazy. On tambulira mu musaya bulamu bwange bukwetaga. Kwekusala nkwesoke nkuweka breakfast in bed. Yegwe kwempito we wange sikukweko kujja kongo kyagate. Yegwe gwe nalotanga gwe nalala sanga buli gyendaga. Wotolyo kulyanga setaga. Appetite no yeshanga. N'omutima nga gwewuuba wasuka ku byekyama Chembasi kwa kwerwa sana Dala moluto kude I'm loving your love baby Nzekwe kwa mpito wange I'm loving your love baby Watenga sina kwa tamu I'm loving your love baby Nzekwe kwa mpito wange I'm loving your love baby Watenga sina kwa tamu Electric guitar melody Muma twonde time sanity
Mwasuze Mutia was brought to you by.
Just add the Radiant Hair Polisher before styling and finish your magical look with the Radiant Olive Sheen Spray. Your big day is definitely on. Radiant. Feel yourself.
Your life and your health are too important to be risked with a person who does not love you enough to want to protect you.
Finance Trust Bank introduces the Women's Choice products, exceptional financial solutions coupled with high interest on savings and low interest on loans to meet her unique needs.
Finance Trust Bank, putting women first.
NTV, turning on your world.
You can now become an exclusive NTV reporter on the go. With the NTV Go mobile app, you can create news by capturing and sharing content instantly. Simply download the NTV Go app on Google Play Store. Go to the N Reporter feature and start reporting as the news happens. We will air your story on a special TV program. NTV Go also allows you to watch news, instant live updates, and follow your favorite show from the comfort of your home, taxi, or your favorite kafunda. Download NTV Go app now from Play Store.
Purple Party. Barara, are you ready? The Purple Party is coming to your town at the Heat Bar in Barara. One night, 2 DJs, an exclusive purple carpet, and lots of giveaways. It's the Purple Party featuring the Spin Doctor DJ Shiu, Winnie Nwangi, Ziza Bapana. Entrance is just 10,000 shillings and the event is hosted by NTV's Douglas Rwanga. The Purple Party Tour is coming to your town and it's powered by Spark TV, NTV.
From the beginning, Uganda turned to NTV for credibility coverage of the election journey. On nomination day,
we have fulfilled the requirement under the Presidential Elections Act.
We took you there.
The only candidate for this position was Yoweri Kaguta Museveni.
His plan was clear.
Congo had been harboring the enemies of Uganda for a long time under Mobutu. ADF came in. We defeated ADF.
During the first ever presidential debate.
Democracy means the people support you. If they don't support you, you don't win.
We were with you on the campaign trail.
For most of the people that we spoke to here in Kwania County, seem to say that the NRM party has done a lot for them.
As the country prepares to turn another page, join NTV for a comprehensive coverage as President-elect Yoweri Kaguta Museveni is inaugurated for a 5th term as the 11th President of the Republic of Uganda on Thursday, 12th May 2016. You too can be part of these celebrations. Send His Excellency a message through our social media platforms or by texting 6565, and as usual, we will deliver.
This week on Teenage.
When I sing, I move the crowd, they all move and go home.
So nice, it's like helping the community, help out people not to get sick. That's what I like about it.
You just started a war.
Catch the brand new episodes of Teen Nation every Saturday at 11 a.m. only on NTV.
This program is rated PG. It is suitable for children ages 8 and above, but parental guidance is advised as it might contain mild violence and mature situations.
Eva Sotomayor is deceased.
Forgive me, Jose Ignacio. Look, I've been very tense lately. I'm very nervous. It's that I can't stop thinking about Eva and what happened between you two.
Yes, I know. What happened is that a woman like Eva arouses many emotions.
Yes. And so then?
Well, listen. Since our last conversation about Eva, well, things have changed.
And that means what?
That means that I know that at one time I said that I was in love with her. Today it is a reality.
And she feels the same?
Yes, she feels the same as me. It's mutual.
Are you being serious?
Yes. Yes, brother. Very serious. Listen. The truth is that on that trip, things were clarified between us. We fell in love. We're going to get married.
So the princess of the house wishes to speak with this humble plebeian. What could be happening? It's the end of the world.
Listen, Margaret, I feel that you and I started our relationship on the wrong foot, don't you?
I would say the wrong leg, because if I remember, you wanted your aunt to kick me out of this house. And I came here as a gesture of humility to help the poor Rosie who needed me so much.
Of course, now I understand. And that's why I'm asking you to accept my apology. And I'm proposing a truce.
Don't you think it's very strange regarding the theft from the collection?
Yes. Of course it was strange.
Of course it's strange, Andrea. That was someone who knows the process, who has access to workshops, someone from the inside, Andrea.
Someone like Rodolfo?
Voila, mon chéri, you're a genius.
Let's see. Rodolfo is a Sotomayor. Listen, Federico, you're putting yourself in dangerous waters. If you make a mistake, this investigation can cost you a lot.
And the second robbery? Of course, since they couldn't execute it and could not steal the collection, they started a fire.
Do you think that it was Rodolfo?
No, I don't think so. And do you know why I don't think so? Because I am certain it was Rodolfo. I found a container of gasoline in his office.
What? A gasoline container?
You heard me. Then I had to go and salvage it from the trash to rub it in his face. And do you know what he did? He almost killed me. And the container? It was the day you saw us fighting. I lost the container in the fight, but I'm absolutely certain it was him.
Of course, he had no reaction because he already knew what was happening.
Of course, mon chéri. He is the traitor. He is passing on the information, and that information could save our beloved Eva.
What do you mean Eva's dead? So then who are you?
I was her best friend. I was with her the day of the accident. I swore to her that I would never abandon Eduardito. That I was gonna keep him away from his grandmother, that I was gonna care and love him as if I were his own mother.
So then Jose Ignacio?
Doctor,